listening to Chibi No Podcast.
Protect them all!
Wait, explosion, murder gun! Dynamite!
Strong.
I'm stronger!
What is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. You got me, David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
Me, Japorian. Why am I so low? There you go.
Because you're not speaking into the mic. And me, Shark King.
Ah!
Yeah, you got to be like
You guys-
right in there.
You guys, when you guys talk, you guys like go over here, or you guys go over here. You need like right here. This is your space right here.
Shy.
That's the last thing I've ever heard. No, you're not. You're anything but.
Super shy.
Stop it, Paul.
Super.
Anyway, if this is your first time watching Chibi No Podcast, just a bunch of friends talking about nerdy stuff because that's what we love to do. As you can see here on the Japorion and Shark King side, we have the box of Nintendo Switch 2. We got the Prismatic Evolution box and the Destined Rivals
Without
DVTs.
sponsors.
Let's journey together.
There, yeah, they're not sponsors.
Let's journey together.
Oh, Journey Together. My bad.
Get your
I
buttons right.
thought you got the Destined Rivals. What's my? I didn't get the ETB for Destined Rivals. That's my. You're right. And you were gonna taste this together.
Do you need one?
No. We also with the Switch 2, at least with Walmart, they gave you a tote bag, they gave you a Coke, and they gave you these Pringles beer braised steak. Before MrMister says anything about it, I wanted us to taste it together. Pass these down. Okay, no, okay, yeah, you just, I don't think they're afraid of touching it, dude. You want to try another one? No, I said one. Give me the.
You have a whole time.
Okay, let's try it. Let's see.
They're okay.
Yeah.
I don't taste the beer in it.
It tastes different. Like,
Well, let me try another one so I can.
It just tastes salty.
No, there's something else.
it's something in there. I don't know what it is.
MSG?
That's some ASMR for you. Chew loud into a Japorion. There we go. There's that crunch. I don't know what it is. It's not bad.
It's also not good. Oh, this kind of tastes like, what are they called? Funyuns.
That's what my friends.
Think? Yeah.
I guess I can kind of see that. Well, anyway, yeah, they got us. They got us.
you.
They got me that because I got it from Walmart. No sponsorship, by the way, for this at all. Fun fact, though, I found out that well, I actually learned this a few weeks ago, but Pringles aren't actually made from potatoes.
Why am I eating?
I don't know, everything but that's the and so like my manager, she's just like, that's why I can't eat Pringles because I worked at the Pringles shop and I saw how they're made and I couldn't do it. And I said, you know what? I remember when I went on my mission and I went to a meat packing factory and I saw when the cow was alive to when it went into a box. I saw the hide get ripped off. I saw it get beheaded, the blood drain out from its body. And at the end of that tour, I was like, you know what? I can go for a steak right now. And they gave me a box of it. It's free. It was amazing.
So maybe back then they weren't because the first ingredient says dried potatoes.
Wow. I'm just telling you what they told me.
Okay, but the box literally says dried potatoes.
Okay. Well, anyway, before we officially begin with our topics, I did want to talk about MrMister because MrMister has somehow some god tiered luck because he's a freaking Umbreon stan. Okay, so if you don't know, if you see look again where Shark King is, you see the Prismatic ETB.
It's right here. I'm just kidding. That's not it.
No, it's in this box.
MrMister wanted to get the Umbreon, the full art terrestrialization Umbreon, because that's his favorite Pokemon. And his friend in his Destiny Discord server friend group works at Best Buy, and he was able to snatch an ETB for him, sent it over, and he was praying. We were showing it like on Discord, and I think it was his 6th pack. I want to say,
Yeah, it was my 6th. 6th out of 9.
his 6th pack. He pulled the freaking full art terrestrialized Umbreon, It was ridiculous. I don't think he has it with him right now.
In its box.
Yeah, it's in his box. It's hidden away. If you don't know anything about this card right now, ungraded, is about $1,000.
It's a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, last time I saw it was like...
It says 1,000, but it sells for like 1,300.
Okay. So, crazy stuff.
And it's actually gone down. It started off at 17. Ooh, which is crazy.
Sad now.
I wasn't trying to get it for financial gains. It was just more so as the chase.
Not yet.
It's the chase.
No, because I wanted the card. Because I couldn't. Because my first chase for that I never got was the Moonbryon, where Umbreon's like looks like it's howling at the moon, and it's just a really cool art. I never got it, and then the Evolving Skies boxes were just so effing expensive. So I'm like,
Still are, right?
yeah.
Does it howl?
Well,
It just looks like it is.
they're more expensive now because they're out of print.
Yeah.
Which ones are? Oh, the Moonbryon?
Yeah,
the
Evolving
Evolving
Skies.
And ETB is like $200.
Something like that. Sounds about right.
So, crazy. Yeah.
I could be a psychopath and trade in my prismatic and get my luck on a couple ETBs, but once my luck is
try
not
it
happening, I
for the
don't think I
views.
will. No,
I have to ask you this: would you trade
if I had a dupe, I wouldn't. But if
Would you trade this one for the Moonbryon? Evolving Skies?
Ooh.
maybe,
Show what you got in your pocket.
because I'm not a big terrestrialization person.
Okay.
So if it was just the Moonbryon, I would be okay. But I think the terrestrialization Umbreon is growing on me more just because of how crazy they went on the art.
So
it's
the design
grown.
is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
But like Moonbryon is just an OG, like just a classic beautiful art design.
Okay.
So it's just I'm torn, but I'm
It's fine. I mean, I know
like-
which is worth more, but I just wanted to know, like, what's your
yeah,
preference?
I don't know about the pricing. I don't know which one's worth more, but I'm leaning a little bit towards Moonbryon, but I'm keeping this one just because of how hard it was to pull. And I've only had 3 ETB boxes, and you've only gotten 1 in the past 6 months.
You've opened what? Let's see. You've opened 27 packs.
Yeah.
I've opened 10, and I got nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, statistically,
Statistically.
Because isn't like 1 out of... What's the statistic of Prismatic Umbreon?
I think it's 1 out of...
Specifically, that's like a 1 in almost like 1,800
Yeah.
There we go.
for that specific card.
It's crazy. I still... Props to you, MrMister.
It's a joke.
Yeah. But I got the last
So you
laugh, so
use-
I'm happy.
Your luck for the whole year.
No.
What I think is cool is that you actually, when we were talking about it, you was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go home and open it." You were actually where I called you. You're like, I feel like it's gonna be in there. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like the odds are not like
On your favorite, but
odds are not in your favor. But
Because my luck had been building up from other stuff.
From what?
about that.
What do you mean? How does it build up? Because you were unlucky?
My luck meters.
I've been collecting my stuff.
Because I wasn't
Ever
getting
since
a
I was
lot of
born.
hits with Pokemon cards, not the
My
So I was
luck's
born
stamina.
blonde, blue eyes, and then my luck went out.
Because when we did the Destined Rivals one, that was good hits. That was really good hits, but I was like almost peak on that. And then my buddy, he was getting his luck grown because basically this is how it goes. My buddy plays Destiny 2, and right now they're doing this event where you're doing dungeons, and you can what's it called? Get specific weapons, what they're called like holofoils or shinies, and they have multiple perks. So, he was farming that, like fighting a boss, and you can repeat the boss and get the weapons. And he got like 4 or 5 or 6 holofoil weapons in under an hour, which is unheard of. So I told him, like, dude, you and he got my ETB that day too. I was like, dude, you got to go to like the gas station because he lives in California. So I was like, go to the gas station and get yourself like a lotto card, like
It's
a
on
lottery,
me.
because I know you're gonna get. I told him like you're gonna get like 10 G's or something. I have to Venmo him $20 so he's gonna buy himself a pizza there, but I'll do that.
He was like,
No, I told him like if I no, I literally told him.
You give me $1,300 card.
I'll
Give you a $20 pizza.
I mean, I did pay him a finder's fee for getting me the box because he got it for retail price, like $50.
Yeah.
And so I gave him 65, but I'll give him an extra 20 just because of the luck.
Give him that pizza money.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that.
But
Little Caesar pizza.
but yeah, so he had his luck.
You get almost 4, 3.
He had his luck grown onto that box because he got it, and then with my luck building up, and it was just that, and I just felt it from the minute he got it. I was like, I'm
The
getting
power
it.
of friendship.
We're learning so much lore today about how luck works in the real world.
You have to collect
We
it.
have to collect
Luck
them.
mana.
Oh, dang it. I knew I was filling
And
up
then
the
you
wrong one.
repeat
My gauge of my luck stats is just horrible. Okay.
Because you're investing in the wrong stats, David.
That's what I, that's
true.
the,
That's probably true.
I'm out here just slaughtering chickens and Mrs. out there.
I'm gonna invest
I
in luck.
invested all of it in my luck stats and instead of like my romance stats. So I'm like, at least I get a card. You know?
I don't have a romance stat. Maybe that's my problem.
You get the complaint set up.
It's undefined. I spent too much time hating on pausing. That's what happened.
Not just on me.
I mean,
No, it's mostly like 80% you. But to be fair, it's warranted.
this stack
Okay,
of
we just watch
Pokemon-
videos. It is warranted.
This stack of Pokemon cards are like pretty nice cards.
How much money did you spend on that, by the way?
1/100th of Shark King.
Probably.
How many box sets have you?
How many ETBs have I bought?
Like in his whole life?
Well, because I didn't start
In
buying
the
it yet
spirit of
until-
luck.
I would say ETBs probably 2 or 3, no, 2 dozen, and then booster boxes. I think maybe 10.
All right.
So not much. If we look at it in the pool of that, that's not too much, right?
I mean,
I think about validation.
Well, I mean,
what's enough for you is
I think I've probably spent I would say no more than $1,000 probably on my cards because I think I have. No, see that's hard because I'm thinking of the prices that they are now versus what they were like a year ago when I started a year and a half ago. Because like a year and a half ago when we got the booster boxes, they were like $120, something like that. And I know I got at least 2 of them.
those are the days, man.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
But
where
you
you-
also bought some this around this
I
time,
got some
though.
ETBs. I got the 151 at one of them. I got the other one over there. I can't remember. Yeah, Obsidian Flames. No, that was a booster box actually. There's another. I have another ETB that I got. So no, probably maybe around $500-$600, maybe or maybe more because I keep forgetting because I
Oh, the
paid.
new ones, right?
Well, the new one I paid $200 for the Destin Rivals booster
Tins
box.
were $30, right? Tins.
Back then were $30.
Okay, so I have.
I remember.
7
Remember tins was
Remember
$30. I'm like,
I have 7 tins. So
it's different. He bought it so he could store his Pokemon cards.
I
never
bought
bought
it
tins.
because I
I
bought
see
it
your
so I
cards
get
all over the
I
place.
could get all the evolutions. Those were the evolutions.
That's why, yeah.
And then the Scarlet Violet with Great Tusk, but it was the shiny one, so I have it in my room.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I've never bought the tins.
I'm just curious.
I'm just doing the math. I'm like, right, I'm at almost $1,000 right now, but I'm at.
Oh Lord.
So I am very much less than that. Then I'm probably $500 to $600.
I'm very much more than them put together. Probably.
But to be fair, I mean, you started what 20 years ago,
Longer than that.
30 years ago. Well, no, it was 30. It was 30 years when it started.
How much was the Journeys Together box I got from you?
70. That was MSRP.
No,
on it.
the booster box.
The booster box was 180.
Okay, 180.
Or
He's past 1300.
And then the Destin Rivals was
200.
Okay, that was right. Okay.
And then you got the one from Japan, remember?
Yeah, no, those were booster packs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, those are
already
different.
added them. Yeah. And then this one was 50.
plus the finder's fee, plus the pizza fee. You got to include that in.
Plus the pizza fee.
So about $1,500 of Pokemon
Gosh,
cards.
dang it, man.
But I made it back in one card, pretty much.
Yeah, you did. Good job.
There you go.
After-
Must be nice, man.
I know, right?
Must be. see. Okay, so from my pool to purchase ratio is about even.
Your pull ratio.
That's good, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, let's move on here. Thank you for that update, MrMister, and for Shark King's tears.
I'm sorry.
He might get
MrMister's like, oh, your tears are so delicious.
I really hope he does.
I'm pretty sure he does.
I'm not like that. Okay.
Bull crap, you aren't like that.
behind doors.
It'd have to be like, Diego, do you do that again? I'm gonna have to kick your ass.
How much are these worth?
This guy.
Pennies.
It depends on the promo. I know that the Journey Together one's actually pretty valuable. I think it goes for like $15-$20.
Again, Diego, I said pennies. Anyway, let's go on. The Summer Game Fest was today. So today is
snooze
June
fest.
6th.
It was a snooze fest, pretty much. Like 3 things were good.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
let's-
agree.
Well, let's talk. It was what, about an hour and a half?
2 hours.
Almost 2 hours.
2 hours?
It felt like it. It felt like it was.
It started at
No,
3,
it was 2 hours.
started at
It only
3,
felt
and
like
then
it-
5.
Oh, I started watching it at like 4:30. No, through 4
Did you guys
o'clock.
watch the whole thing?
I did.
I didn't watch the first half. I
I
guess
skipped
apparently.
things because I didn't.
The first half was boring.
Well, there's
A lot of
okay.
indie stuff.
Okay.
There were tons of stuff that were announced. Like
Yeah, let me correct myself. It wasn't stuff. It was stuff that I wasn't interested in. Like
Okay.
Onimusha 2 was shown, and like some other games. So like, I was happy for people who liked it, but other than that, I was like, yeah.
Okay. What about Sonic?
they did it like as a passing.
Was
That was already like,
Smash Bros. Pretty much.
but we already knew about that.
Persona.
You don't know about the characters though. They announced it today.
Yeah,
They
Persona.
had collaboration with Persona, Hatsune Miku,
Yeah.
and the guy from the Yakuza series.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
They call me Miku.
The Miku.
They had,
Time.
and they already have that in Fortnite. You can't be any better than that on
Oh,
Fortnite.
you know what's crazy then? Godzilla might be in Sonic Racers. Because anytime Miku's in it, Godzilla's in those
get it?
collaborations.
Are you gonna get it?
No. But I'm just saying that's a possibility because they usually go hand in hand.
I guess so.
One of the weirdest ones that I saw was there was a game. I think it's called Break Flag. It's coming out on Steam. It's on beta, I think, right now. It's coming out next year. But all I kept thinking was, this was an option in Halo way back in like Halo, the original Halo. It was capture the flag, and this is exactly what it looks like. But I was like, how do you create a game off of like this PvP option? It doesn't look like I don't know how much fun you could have with just that's the objective is capture the flag. Like I like capture the flag, but like you didn't always have that option. You had other options, right? You had like team deathmatch, you had oddball, like other things like that. But so I don't know if just having capture the flag be fun.
Good enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it depends on how they do it, I guess. But I mean, I think people who play those games usually don't have great variety. Like they don't care for variety. Like I feel like
You just shoot and
they want to just play like team deathmatch and maybe slight variants. Like what's the Call of Duty one? Like Halo, the other
Zombies?
one that was
Gun game?
I mean gun game, yeah, but it's
Gun
just
game was fun.
it's still team deathmatch. Essentially.
Yeah, but it's like, but
It's different.
yeah.
Or what's kill confirmed? You have to like pick up.
Oh yeah, I like kill
But
confirm.
it's still essentially team deathmatch with a little bit of change.
Yes, that is true.
I don't know that many objective type games for first person that are as popular.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
But I mean, even like in Halo, like it was always like those were the busy playlists. Was like deathmatch, big team deathmatch. They had like they would name all these different things for like you could get specific with deathmatch, and then everything else like you said, capture the flag, oddball, domination was like in its own small category that was always struggling to get people.
yeah.
Like 90% of people who play online just want to play deathmatch or a small variant of that. I guess the craziest one would be like in Halo would be Infection, but it's still kind of
It's still like zombies, but just different. It's different because it's not zombies. But yeah.
I was gonna say the thing that really got my attention, at least for me, was the Stranger Than Heaven, the game that the company that did Judgment is another.
Oh
company.
yeah.
So that actually got announced. That was really cool. A Scott Program,
Yep. Scott Pilgrim got announced.
and I think the biggest one was the
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 9.
Well, it was big because they talked about it before. It was what's his name? Takeuchi.
Sure.
Yeah,
Someone ever.
We'll go with that.
He was
That's
saying
fine.
like a few like maybe 10 minutes before they announced that like, hey, we have some updates on this game. We're gonna show you. Just be patient. I kept thinking, there's no way this is it. They can't just have them not show anything. And then they showed the trailer at the end. I was like, okay, that was cool. That actually looked pretty awesome.
But I think overall, this new event wasn't.
This one was boring. There were some that actually like piqued my interest. Like there was a game called Ill. It looked like a zombie one, but it just looked very like it was in this world. I don't know how to explain it, but then they had like
Very
babies.
Resident Evil.
But they had babies that come out and try and kill you. I was like, what the fuck is this? It looked interesting. I'm not a big fan of
kill babies. I see.
zombie babies, yeah. I'm not a big fan of the zombie games just in general.
Okay.
But this one did pique my interest.
Really?
The one that I was like super excited for, what was it called, Diego? The Gundam looking one?
Mecha Break?
Mecha Break. I was gonna say something else break. That one actually looked pretty cool. I don't know much about it. Like, I don't know if it's if it's just a single story or What are you doing?
Keep talking. Why you get distracted?
He was trying to cut a can.
They can see that.
No, they couldn't.
No,
Yes, they
Wolverine
can.
is covering.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
See, now you drew attention to me, you weirdo.
Why are you cutting the can? You know,
Because he can.
Mecha Break. The thing that was weird with Mecha Break though, with the trailer, was it was like a cinematic trailer when
It looks cool.
but it made the game look worse than what that gameplay was. The gameplay looked way better than the cinematic trailer to me because it looked like choppy a bit. It looked blurry, so I'm like, I thought it was just me. Like did I need to put like eye drops on because it just looked weird. And then I was watching another guy, Max Million Dude. He was like, why did this animation trailer look worse than the game? So I thought it was just me, but apparently he agreed upon it too. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
it still
1st.
looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah, July 1st.
So
2 months?
I think this is like
Next month.
Oh,
Next month.
Oh, that's right. Crap. All right.
I did want to play this with you guys. I want to play Splitgate 2. So they did a lot of updates to it. It's free.
I downloaded it right
So
now.
that's
And
up
it's a
that's up
VR in it, too.
Vaporeon's alley free. But it looks a lot
$3.99.
cleaner. Yeah, it looks a lot cleaner than the first one. So I'm excited
I
to
think
try
the
it.
guy talk about it. I think he was inspired by Halo, and he was like talking
Yeah.
about Call of Duty. Or
Well, because he didn't want another Call of Duty.
yeah.
Even though he made a BR, so
Is it a battle royale?
he made there's a battle royale inside of the game too.
Oh, that's not the main one though.
Yeah, but that's
And Call of Duty. Well, anyway, I want to check. Is it more Halo-esque, but with like with the Portal
Okay.
thing to it?
Portals.
Yeah. When we played, it was fun. It was different because it felt too fluidy. I don't know how to explain that.
Fluidity.
I
Yeah,
don't want my games fluidity.
I don't know how to explain it. It just
some choppiness in there. I know.
not the choppiness. It was like
I know,
it
what
was
is it?
it was smooth. I wasn't expecting it to be smooth. It was too
Smooth.
Like my mouse went too far. I had to change the DP. I don't know, but it looks. But I want to try the second one.
Buy it for me.
You do it.
Let's move on to the next piece of
I was
news.
gonna say I think the state
Oh.
of play was a lot better for me.
We'll talk about that in just a minute.
All right.
The next one I want to talk about. So, Marvel Studios, in a weird turn of events, have announced that they will not be at San Diego Comic-Con. They will not have a panel.
Dang it!
Odd, because next year they're going to have their big hitters. They're going to have, well, even this year, right? This year they have Ironheart coming out.
Big hit.
That's not a big hit.
Yeah, I know, that's not
Well,
a hit.
okay, it's true. Ironheart, they
You're
have,
talking about a wet blanket.
what, Wonder Man's coming out this year?
That's even a wetter blanket.
No, I think that was going to be good.
It's like drying off with a wet towel,
But anyway, the next year they have Brand New Day, Spider-Man, and they have Doomsday.
which is next year.
Yeah, next year.
After it's probably
No,
gonna be fall.
as of right now,
Fall. It's probably gonna be fall.
as of right now, Spider-Man comes out June
I believe so. And then Doomsday comes out in
in December now,
December.
When is San Diego Comic Con?
July.
In July. So then it'll be a New York Comic Con in November.
Jennifer.
I was gonna say January, December, or November, but I think it's November.
I mean, I guess we could be wrong, but if it's not, they're not doing San Diego Comic Con. I don't know if they do New York Comic Con.
for Spider-Man probably because Spider-Man's gonna come out before.
No,
San
but
Diego
this is their
Comic-Con.
big one. This is like the
Like
big
San
one.
Diego
even
is
the-
the big one.
Even
but-
if it's the big one, I think they're playing smart because I think they want to announce this on their Disney convention.
Oh, something 30.
The D23.
It's
I
possible.
can see that happening.
They could. I think this is bigger because it's more accessible.
But this one is like, oh, if you want to get in, you actually have to like be a good member or like.
A good member.
Well, there's some you actually get invited to.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Like at Comic-Con, it's anyone can get in there, and that's what they want. You can have a bigger. The convention hall is
You get
bigger
there
for
if
it.
you actually line up for like hours.
I'm not saying I'm not saying I would do it, but that's the draw.
Yeah. it's
So
true.
to me, it's just very odd that they decided not to be.
I think I mentioned this last time. I think the reason that they're doing this is they're trying to build anticipation. I feel like they have next year as well to do it. They have other
Obviously, they have
events.
to.
So I feel like I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I mean, what can you do?
Complain. That's what I'm doing.
You know what I think? I think they. I think they just have nothing to show in the sense of like it'll be showing too much, so they're probably just not doing it this year.
Showing too much, dude. There's leaks about Doomsday and Brand New Day every day.
This is true.
I haven't seen anything other than the.
I'm surprised you haven't seen because you're on X
He has
all the
seen-
time.
he showed
The
me
only,
something
one
yesterday.
I saw, and then I asked him, and he's like, "Yo, that's been a thing for a couple months." I was like, "I just barely found out about it now."
I'm so surprised.
Wait, so the article says it's not gonna do Hall H, right?
Hall H, yep, nope.
But they can still announce other things.
I don't think they will. Like,
97. That's happening next year,
Supposed to come out next year, right?
right?
yeah, but that's again to me. I mean, to us, I think that's a heavy hitter. I don't know. I'm sure that they think that as
They
well.
probably will have another panel, not that Hall H with all the guests and all of that, but maybe something smaller.
I think
Not
that's
other shows.
I think that's a bad idea. But yeah, I'm sure.
I should be on that show.
Are we sure you're not?
I can neither confirm or deny.
There you go. So we'll see what happens. Not sure.
Yeah, I think there's other conventions they can show. Like D23 is the biggest one for them. Might as well some brand.
Like, I mean, it's kind of a bummer. I want to say it's kind of a bummer that they're not doing anything. But since at least I never get to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I'm like,
That's true.
it doesn't affect me that much. And
Same.
Either way, like whatever stuff that they have there usually gets leaked anyway to the general public eventually.
That's also true.
So I mean, if they're going to be a little bit more secretive about stuff, that's awesome.
As long as they do it right. So if they're gonna spend their time to like not announce and do everything, of course.
Yes, because I mean, who was it? I'm kind of going a small tangent. I remember the director for Captain America: Brave New World. Even said he's like, I didn't want to do it, but I felt like we had to show.
Oh, the
Red
show,
Hulk,
the Hulk.
'cause it's too hard to keep stuff.
Especially announcing Harrison.
I think like they also felt like people are not. I mean, they already had negative comments from the test screenings way back whenever they did. Like, we have to change this. Like, we have to give them something because people are not going to go watch this movie. I think it did help them. Not enough, but it did help them get at least more.
I think it made more money
And
than
we've talked about a lot of times, like
Thunderbolts.
they give away too much in trailers.
Yeah, of course they do.
Like, I am a little disappointed that they gave away Galactus in
Fantastic.
Fantastic Four trailer.
Fantastic. Yep.
But I guess
And like they actually
Yeah.
they showed him and like they gave it away with like the crazy new bucket. You better not get that, by the way.
he's gonna get it. He's gonna get
Why not? What's
what's it?
what's wrong with
It's
it?
an $80 bucket, bro.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not gonna do it. If it's $80, fudge
it.
that.
Do it for the fans.
If they pay me, sure.
Neil has the money.
Doesn't
He has a
mean I'm
Pokemon
paying
card.
for it.
Yeah, if it's $80, no, fudge that.
I'm pretty
I'll
sure
get
that's what
the
price is.
tin bucket.
It's a huge Galactus head.
I'll get the tin. I'll get the tin bucket. Tin bucket is like $20-$30. That's fine. But I'm not gonna get that
Am I
one.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's like $80, but it's like a huge bust.
It's
of
a
like,
big bucket. It's one of the biggest buckets.
like
they have.
chest up of Galactus' head.
It looks cool. I think
It looks
collectors-
cool, but I mean, it almost looks too cool to be eating popcorn out of. To be honest,
Nothing's too cool to be eating popcorn out of.
I guess we'll agree to disagree.
Miss Japorion, tell us about the state of play because I actually did have some good stuff. I'm still not like super like cool.
Didn't have didn't have the game I want.
Did not have the game I wanted. Where's my Last of Us 2 reimagined?
Well, there's a lot of cool stuff, at least for me, that actually got my attention. When it comes to horror games, they released a prequel to Silent Hill. It's called Silent Hill F. I don't like horror games, but this one actually gets my attention. It's placed in 1960s in Japan. So that's kind of cool.
That's why it gets your
Yeah,
attention.
of course. I actually did.
I'm like, now I know why has you. Okay,
Yeah, so I might consider playing that game, but it looks really scary, though. So that's one.
Play it with your wife.
Oh, that would be interesting. They released a trailer for Neo 3 as well, which is another really big game in the Neo series. They also announced, okay, this is something that really going to nerd out. They announced a new 007 game called First
Oh,
Light.
that's right.
This is actually a prequel before 007 becomes 007.
Just
Kind of like how he gets to become 007, I guess.
He's just number 7 right now.
So
just Bond.
yeah, James Bond, yeah.
Gold Bond.
So I think that's really like a really cool game. It really, I feel like I'm really anticipated on this. I know that they're also doing a collaboration with Hitman. They also announced this.
Yeah, I saw that too at State of Play.
State of
That they about the Hitman. Yeah,
in the summer. Yeah, they were gonna introduce one of the characters that Matt Mikkelsen's playing Casino Royale in that game. So that's another one. The other thing, the game that really piqued my interest as well is the Marvel Tokon fighting game,
Tokon fighting game.
which is 4-on-4, kind of like a Marvel vs. Capcom, but not really.
Yeah.
More anime on your side. They basically made all the characters
with
into
a
anime
bigger
characters.
Japanese influence.
Well, no, because I looked at first of all, they released the English dub trailer later, but they announced it with the Japanese sub or the Japanese dub, and Iron Man. I thought he was a straight up Gundam. Like, what the fudge is
It
this?
does look like a Gundam.
It was a Gundam.
In that universe, maybe he is a Gundam.
Yeah.
Sure. When you start seeing some of the character designs or the designs, there's been a lot of talk or rumors that Horikoshi, if you don't know who he is the mangaka of My Hero Academia. They're saying that he did some of the character designs. The biggest ones that go, or the two characters that they use as evidence is Miss Marvel and Spider-Man.
I thought that was denied.
I don't know if it was denied or
It
not.
was just going around.
It was just a rumor.
It has neither been confirmed nor denied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally.
But if you like Miss Marvel's when you see a close up of her, it does remind me of Horikoshi's style.
Okay.
I mean, it could just be that they're just because I've seen it or because I want to see it. That could be as well the reason why. But it does look interesting. There weren't like a lot of mechanics that they talked about, but I'm interested to see how close it is. It's by arcs.
Yep.
Okay, so they did Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yep.
That's one of their other anime ones.
Dragon Fighter Z?
Dragon Fighters.
Yep.
Sorry, because I always say Dragon Fighters.
Not Dragon Fighter Z?
No. But yeah, so
They also did Guilty Gear. So people
yes,
that play,
so Jose, he's a great. He loves Guilty Gear, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna like this game as well.
So I take it you guys are interested and probably gonna pick it up.
I'll see.
It's going to be released on the 2026 for PS5 and PC.
Isn't that the beta, or is that the actual game coming out that time? I think it's the beta.
That's when it's coming out.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It looks cool. I'm intrigued. I would like to see more characters and see who they include in the game as well.
There's probably gonna be a lot because it's a 4v4. So
Can you imagine if they only had 16 characters?
I would assume at least minimum like 20 characters.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like 32 or something like that.
No. I see at least minimum 20.
They also showed a little trailer for Metal Gear Solid, which a lot of people who play Metal Gear Solid really, really enjoy. I wasn't really interested in that, but I know a lot of people do like that kind of game.
I know the big one. The big one you're excited about.
Ghost of Yote. Yeah, that the Ghost of Tsushima sequel, they actually show a trailer, and it's going to be released October 2nd of this year. So
Of this year.
yes.
Is this one going to have multiplayer at the beginning?
They didn't mention that,
They could.
Dang it, Paul.
but I think they should. It must be a must because the last game was pretty cool on multiplayer.
Didn't they make the difficulty harder or they had an additional difficulty with multiplayer or no?
Yeah, it got harder. I played with a couple of friends from our chat, and you need to have 4 players to like move into the story mode for multiplayer. It was the hardest game that I played. But yeah, it was really fun. So Ghost of Tsushima, I'm excited for that. I do hope they do include multiplayer. And I think they're going to have another Steam Play next month specifically for that game.
Yeah,
So-
okay. Well, next one's also Pokemon Direct.
Yeah. There's a lot of games that are coming up.
Yeah.
What else? That's what I'm trying to remember. Mortal Kombat Collection.
Oh yeah, they
I did
did.
see that.
That reminds me, I need to buy the Cowabunga. So I didn't know this, but 2 years ago they released the Cowabunga collection, the Ninja Turtles one that had the original NES one.
Did we not cover that on here?
We
No, we did.
we did, but I forgot, and I didn't get it. So I need to buy it so we can play. I thought it was just Shredder's Revenge, but I can't remember where I was looking. But I looked somewhere, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we did talk about it," and I completely forgot. So I need to buy. I'm pretty sure I'll buy it on the Switch, since everyone has that, and we can all play. If we get. I looked at it. I think it's like $20,
That's not bad.
and maybe less. But
Nice.
They also announced a new Digimon game.
All the Digimon Storytime, yeah.
Stranger.
Story time.
I don't like it. It doesn't look good.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Doesn't sound or not. That's fine too.
I thought it was kind of cool, but I'll probably have to see more to see if it is a good game or not. But I think that's at least for me the games that got my attention. I think there was another game that got announced that people were talking about it online, which is I don't remember the name. It has a girl in it, like it's kind of like cyberpunk style. It's called Pragmata Remerges.
Okay.
So that looks kind
remember,
of
yeah.
interesting, cool.
I didn't catch a lot of the state of play. But
Neither did I.
Well, I'm really sad.
all I know is that they didn't
Yeah.
announce the thing that I wanted them to
Yeah,
announce.
I know. They didn't announce Spider-Man or Wolverine or the Captain America old school
The
trailer.
Wolverine one has been a while because like hasn't been like 2 years or 3 years since they announced Wolverine.
They tease it. But
They teased it, but they've given us nothing about it.
no Blade.
No, Blade's gone. That's not going to be there.
No, the game.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, there was a game that they announced as well too. It looked kind of cool. I don't know if it was Insomniac.
Kinda.
Probably different
I
studio.
don't think it was Insomniac.
Yeah,
I don't think it was either.
I was a little disappointed on that aspect because I was hoping to get more Insomniac game releases. Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, well.
So that's why I don't have a PlayStation 5. I have a Spider-Man.
Spider-Man console.
console.
Hey, that's how good, man. That's all you gotta do. Speaking of consoles, I did want to touch on this before we go into our main subject, but I did want to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2, which is right here near Shark King's side. We got it on the launch date,
Wednesday.
except for Shark King. Because
be like that, man.
well, this is what's weird. I don't understand this. So the launch of the Switch 2 was kind of weird, and it was dependent on where you got your pre-order from. So
You got the
if you got your pre-order from
Walmart.
Walmart, you got it like by 7:30 a.m. Like they were like very adamant that people who pre-ordered who couldn't get it that night, that they actually bought it like on the actual website when it was up there.
They would get it early.
That they at least got it in the morning.
With
At
least in our case,
with
it
the
turned
snack.
out true, right?
yeah,
Turned out to be true.
yeah.
With the included soda and chips.
Yep.
So I showed you the chips, that one. Interesting. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting that, but so there was that, but then there were other things like Target had issues. Target, I think some people I still not get until the 10th.
Right.
And it's weird because if you actually go to the store, you can see some GameStop
You can
switches.
pick some up.
Yeah, I was at Walmart the day of. Paul and I, we were there like around
2:30.
2:30, and there were 3 there. They weren't the game one. It was just the basic console one.
Console was out
But
there.
there's still 3 of them there, and I was like, I don't know if it got picked up or not. And hopefully, I sent it out to people in the chat in the Facebook page that I'm at on Utah Gamers. Be like, hey, there's 3 here if you guys want it. Don't know how long it'll be there, but here it
I
is.
think we're gonna be okay with Switches.
I think so,
I
too.
don't think they're gonna be. They're gonna be in high demand, but I don't think they're gonna be hard to get a hold of. So that's good on the scalper side of things because I saw if you look up Switch 2s, they try to like sell it for like $20 more, but like people are offering like $20 more than what they paid for after taxes.
But yeah, Target,
Good on them.
from what I heard, they
fuckers.
restock on some of the Switches too as well.
Yeah, and even today, like I've been getting lots of messages about restock here.
Yep, restock
So
here.
They're slowly restocking. Might not be a lot, but it seems like
Which, you know what's funny is that Target was already having these banners made that said Switch 2 sold out.
yeah.
Now I was like, what the fudge?
Well, I think that's smart. In comparison how the PlayStation 5 got released and the whole mess that happened when the game got when the console came out, I think they were preparing for the worst.
Well, yeah, but then you got to look at it this way though too. This is like COVID era time, so it's going to be
True.
different.
It's a
Whereas
different time.
there's people
I mean,
around,
still though,
and
we do have
there's-
scalpers.
Yeah, but the scalpers can't do shit if people are getting it. That's
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, this isn't Pokemon cards anymore. They're getting restocked daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked on Facebook Marketplace. They're selling for $550.
Yeah.
So what? That's like what, $30 more than what you pay?
No,
on
that's
Max?
probably $20.
For this one with the bundle, $550.
It was like
the
five.
standard.
No, that was $500 with tax. It's like $530.
It's like $535.
Yeah, something like that.
So I mean, if
They're making like
charging-
$15.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, I gotta say,
dare you try to
I
make
feel
15
really
million.
sad for the people that order their Switch from GameStop, though.
Yeah, so GameStop. So there was also a big controversy. So it wasn't the pre-order, but if you went to go pick it up, so what most retailers do, they with someone, if you pre-order, they have to put the receipt on the box. What Best Buy does and what we saw is that they tape the
'cause they-
receipt
'cause they-
onto the
'cause
onto
the
the box.
Highlight the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The receipts are label printer
Yeah.
receipts. So they just rip off a corner, slap it, and then they're good to go.
GameStop.
GameStop doesn't do that. GameStop had
physical
you had the receipt,
They
and they
staple
would
it.
go and they staple it,
On
and
the
there were
box.
multiple people, on top,
On the very front, that's where
Yep.
the screen's located.
and so multiple people, when they opened their box, it was broken. The screen was cracked.
Very
Two
damaged.
little holes from the
But
staple.
the thing though, that's the problem that Nintendo. I don't know why they didn't put like a cover pad on top of it, because it's a screen. If it was like a regular console and you get a little scratch on it, okay, you got a little scratch on it, but you got.
I know. I still be pissed.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as like you can't play it on the handheld.
It's much worse than
It is much worse,
Yeah.
but it's still like unacceptable.
It's still not good, but it's more egregious in error on the Switch screen than it is on any other console.
Yeah.
That's true.
So so they had that issue. Then we had the issue where it kind of mentioned, but I want to mention it again.
That's fine.
Some people like Shark King, they did not get theirs on launch day, even though it was saying it should be here by today, like on launch date, didn't come.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, it didn't give me the option to do online pickup. Or
Yeah,
not online pickup, but like
store
in-store
pickup?
So I didn't get to go to the release. It just said, "Oh, we will ship it to you tomorrow," and it turned out it to be another day. So I actually got it. It's now Friday, so 2 days later, 2.5 days later, I got it like at 2 o'clock, 2:30 is when mine shipped at my house. I literally did nothing. Believe I was like, you know what? It's not even going to show up. And like that, this morning, I got the message at like 8 a.m. It's like yours will be delivered today. So I stayed home, just like literally, I'm like on my couch watching King of the Hill. And dude, I swear, like it always happened. I saw an Amazon truck go by.
Everybody getting their Switches.
I saw like 2 Amazon trucks go by. I saw like 3 or 4 FedEx trucks come by. One of the FedEx trucks like parked in front of my house. And I was like waiting. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. And like he went to like across the street and dropped something off, and then he got back in the FedEx truck. He waited for another 20 minutes. Like, it's got to be me. It's got to be me. And then he drove off. I'm like, There was like 3 or 4 UPS stores that drove by my house, which like never happens.
Like, what's going on here?
None of it was for me. And then I got like some random guy like in a white van.
Dropped
it off at like 2 o'clock.
On the side is free cannon. I'm like, oh gosh.
But it's yeah.
How you liking it?
Yeah. So yes, let's talk about the actual console. So
Nintendo so much.
well, okay. First of all, Nintendo it does deserve all the hate that we give it because Nintendo repeatedly just makes horrible decisions. You make horrible decisions, Nintendo. Don't shy away from your responsibilities. You suck sometimes and a lot of times.
I lined up just to get my Switch.
I didn't line up.
You were in line.
I was there to comfort or to
Support a friend.
Support a friend. That's all I did. I wasn't there to pick it up.
I like you guys.
All right.
That being said, the Switch 2 is leagues above the Switch. So
true.
Here's one of the things. Like, I don't know why they didn't enhance all of their big games. They really only did, as of right now, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. They did Odyssey and Pokemon. Everything else they didn't do, but that doesn't mean that there aren't changes to them. So, for example, I played Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Switch 2. You know how in the game, right after you choose your characters, it goes black and then you see the Smash ball and then it like goes forward?
Sure.
That doesn't happen. You pick the characters, it goes black, you see the ball, and then it starts the game. It's super fast. It doesn't need any loading.
That's cool.
I was like, what the freak is this? I haven't tried Breath of the Wild yet because I'm actually going to stream that because I never got to stream the first time. So I'm going to stream this time.
Breath of the Wild, not Tears of the Kingdom? Or you
I'll do both.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start from Breath of the Wild though.
Gotcha.
I did watch videos of the Breath of the Wild, and first of all, it looks good. There's some things you can tell, like some of the textures are obviously because of it's a Wii U. It was the Wii U where it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
And the enhanced just makes it more apparent that it was for the Wii U, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But like it runs way smoother. There's no drop in frames. It's running at 60 perfectly, and the load times is like cut down like 3/4 to get to like if you teleport to a shrine or to one of the towers, you do it in like a third of the time. So it looks amazing. The Pro controller, I
just his pants,
dude. I don't know what they did with. I don't know how they just made it feel so good. Like the joysticks, there's a lot more tension to them. They feel nice. The buttons on the back, I don't know how to program them. I haven't done that yet. But I always like instinctively because I've always used the Elite controller on Xbox. I like sometimes like just by because I push the buttons anyway. I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm not using that for jump or using that for whatever. But I do want to start using it. So I love that Pro controller. It is their best one by far. The Joy-Cons
Are better. For sure. I like it seems like a small thing, but it's so satisfying to have the magnetic snap.
Yeah,
It's like
I love the magnetic snap.
It's a loud snap, and I know it's not a big. I mean, I know that I don't have kids, but if you're ever playing this with kids, like there's going to be no mistake. Like, put the Joy-Cons on right. Here actually.
Oh yeah, you can show them. Yeah,
It's a very satisfying click.
as long as you don't pinch your finger, because I've seen people actually pinch their finger.
How stupid are people?
I don't know.
dude. Some people just they need to wear like a helmet at all times. I don't understand that. And I think what's really cool is that they have they actually can be pulled apart without hitting the release button, but it takes quite a bit of strength to do so. You have to
do it on purpose.
Yeah. But like they don't wiggle around. Like the magnet in there is super strong.
Yeah, it's
Like-
very firm. It feels more durable. I mean, the bigger screen. We talked about how we looked at Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Like it runs smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It almost. I mean, like a lot of these games just feel like new games.
They feel like how it should have
Breath
ran.
of Life.
Yeah, their Switch one almost feels like they sold you like the swap meet version of the
Yeah.
game. Like I'm just like, hey, like
We got the prototype.
I can see things. Like I can see everything now.
Aquí tienes el Switch. Why is this better with two eyes?
So do you understand what I meant by like the frame rate's better and everything now? Like I'm more for that.
I mean, I noticed that I definitely can tell the difference. I can still enjoy the game without.
Nah, I mean I can, but I'd prefer just.
But and again, it depends on the game. Like
I'm gonna go into Arceus right now later tonight. I'm gonna see if I can find the Gyarados. No, this is like I said,
I'm just curious,
Ultimate
that's
doesn't
why.
have a patch to it.
I heard
Ultimate
it has
doesn't
some
need it.
AI enhancement on that.
No, but just because the system runs better.
everything's
Everything's running better. Everything's loading faster.
okay,
So that's what I'm saying. If I go to Arceus, and I've complained about Arceus.
Look for Gyarados.
I want to look for Gyarados. If Gyarados go by 2 frames per second, like,
I don't think our Arceus got an upgrade.
I'm not saying that. I didn't think it. I think in general, because
It should run faster.
It should run better. It should.
This, just plug it in. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. So there's that.
Super Mario World or Mario.
Oh,
what's it-
Odyssey looks amazing.
No, talk about the new racing game.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart World.
How is it?
It's Mario.
It's different.
It's different.
I will say this. I think the mechanics for Super Mario Kart 8 is better. They do introduce a lot of cool stuff in Mario Kart though in this one. Like the grinding is cool. I like the grinding.
I wish it was more skill based. I kind of don't like that. Like
You want to be Tony Hawk?
Yes. Yes, I want.
Okay,
to be Tony Hawk.
okay, Tony. I'll go ahead and do that.
Can you turn it off?
Turn off what? The grinding?
Like, you know how in the old game you can turn off like drifting or like
You can't turn off drifting.
what's it called? Like
Oh, like the
Turn off auto fall off.
Yeah.
auto fall, and it has something else. So the car will just go
Oh,
straight.
it'll keep you. You can have the auto accelerate, and then like it has like the
The guy
steer assist, where it keeps you in like.
I'll have to look. I haven't seen that. I know there's
That's for
options for other
babies.
things because I pulled up the options, but it didn't show anything about like the grinding. It was more like auto searing or auto something, but not about this.
It's auto use of items as well, which is weird. I don't think.
I don't know. I would not want to use that. That looks horrible.
Don't tell me when to use my items. I'll tell you when I want to use it.
Yeah, I'm in control here. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
I don't know. It looks really good. It runs really smooth. Like the game, I can tell it feels like a new Mario Kart game.
It does.
I feel like, I mean, just because I'm still comparing it to the more recent, like Mario Kart 8, I feel like it's different. I feel like the item balance is not quite there. I feel like mushrooms are overpowered in this Mario Kart compared to other Mario Karts in the past. Because I feel like you can get hit even with like a blue shell or a red shell, and then you use a mushroom. It's like it's like
yeah, it does. Yeah, I think the lag between getting like if you hit blue shell or any shell, the lag of you like regaining your momentum thing is almost non-existent. Like there's no lag. Like you get hit and then you can just keep going.
The mushroom, it's almost like you didn't get hit at all. It's just like
yeah.
It's fine.
Also, if you get hit and you're about to do like the little jump off, you know how sometimes when you do the jump off you get a little boost. If you get hit and you're slowing down and you do the jump off, you do your little trick, you're just recover instantly.
Yeah, the recovering they try to make it recovering as much like as easy as possible. Like for example, in one of the tracks, you get shot and you're flying. You have to fly or glide to the little tower spot. Mm-hmm. I've missed it a few times because I got hit by something, and like I get hit and boom, and I'm already like back into the race. So I mean, I guess that's cool, but I think for the item things like they try to make it balanced for a party racing game. Like we want to get first, but it's like if I get blue shell, I'm like, well.
Well, I heard you can actually dodge the blue shell. There's
always been ways to.
I think they added that rewind feature.
No, there's two items for sure. One is the horn, and then the other one is a tanuki.
No, I'm talking about something else.
That's different though. The rewind option is available on free roam.
Okay,
I don't think it's available for actual Grand Prix. And
because I was watching some games in which people were
the rewind. I've never done that.
Sure, it is. I've never used it just because.
Yeah, but he wants to play like the game.
I just want to get through them all, but
yeah, I see videos in which people are dodging the blue shell but just rewinding as soon as it's about to hit them. So
I think that's kind of lame.
Yeah,
I mean, it puts you back to like what second or third place or whatever wherever you were. But
I don't know if you can turn it off or not. But
I haven't had as much time to play this game, obviously, as the other Mario Karts. But so the item balance still seems a little bit.
We should play.
Unfair.
It seems kind of wonky. And
so I feel like even when you get item, like I felt like before, like you could almost coast on just being good with items, and I feel like this time you can't.
They also have
like more like a racing, but
they have an odd feature that I don't understand why they put this in. So if you do free roam, you and whoever, if you do single player, you're fine. But if you do it with a 2-player, online, you can't be farther away than 5 kilometers. If you get 5 kilometers away, it automatically says you guys are too far apart, and they put you back together in another area. It's so weird. I don't understand why that's a limitation. It makes no sense to me.
The map's too big.
I don't think so. Well, I mean, it could be the reason.
It's an open world, like everything.
But I don't think that should. I think how powerful the Switch is, that shouldn't be an issue.
This is Mario Kart Horizons.
I guess. I think that's like my biggest. I think Mario Kart World does have some good stuff. I don't think it's an improvement of Mario Kart 8. I think Mario Kart 8 is better, a lot better. The mechanics, the fact you can customize your wheels, whatever you want to do to make it race better. Like it was a little bit more competitive, and this one feels like they wanted to make it even more accessible. So they put all of those competitive features and qualities, and they just took them all out. Which again is fine. Like if people want, if people don't like to, they just want everything to be the same. Fine, go ahead. It kind of feels to me like they just wanted to dumb it down, and they said, but we have free roam, so you can be with your friends.
They made it just simpler for everybody.
Yeah, they could have made it simple, but still as fun. But I don't know. I need to keep playing it more to tell you if it's really good or not.
I mean, I don't know. I still think it's.
I think
it's just different. It's just different. It's still good. Like I'm not gonna say. There's still things that I miss from Mario Kart 8, but I still think this is a good Mario Kart. Like, I'm still having fun playing it, and we'll see a little bit later down the road, see if this gets DLC. I almost feel like there's too many characters, and a lot of them was like, who the heck is asking for the? Like, I get that the cow is a meme. I'm like, cool. Like, people wanted. I'm like, I don't know who asked. Can I play as cow? But
the penguin, you can get the
but
dolphin,
the penguin.
a
There's a crab.
Yeah.
You play as crab. You can
You play as Nabbit
in the game.
It's on the early Koopa Beach.
Yeah.
Shy Guy Beach levels. It's just like
I don't recall that, but yeah, that's ridiculous.
there's a bat.
They're digging.
There's
down
a
the
bat.
barrel.
There's the whatever the people from Mario Sunshine. I forget their name of the.
Those people.
Like they're
Those
on there.
people.
Yeah, and the way you get skins. I mean, it's to the way you get skins. You go there to free roam, or you can play the races. And there's like these little it's not a pit stop, but it looks like a pit stop. And if you hit this little, it looks like a
Lunch bag.
A lunch bag. If you grab it, then you unlock a new skin.
Sometimes.
But
if not, it still gives you a boost. So
yeah,
it's worth going for anyway.
They I think they try to use an incentive to do the free roam, but again,
the exploration.
we did the free roam. I did that with Miles.
There's switches.
Yeah.
There's other things that you need to unlock.
We did that with Miles for like 20 minutes, and I was like, okay, let's just go race now.
I mean, I think it's like the concept is cool, but like never have I thought, you know what Mario Kart needs? Open world.
Free roam, open world.
Like, it's cool. I like everything else about like the Grand Prix, the way they've restructured it, where there's like the race between the the road between the race. That's more of a that's pretty cool. I really have enjoyed that. And
I like Knockout.
I do, yeah. Knockout, like it's just like it's not that big of a difference. Like it's still just like racing, but like it's fun. Like so,
and it's fun, because you're like it kind of reminds me of dang it, what's it called? Fall Guys? No, Fall Guys. Is it Fall Guys?
Yeah,
it reminds you of Fall Guys, because Fall Guys, right?
You slowly eliminate people until you get to like the final.
Yeah,
group.
and so it's like you race to the first one. Okay, you're done. If you're not within the first 24 or whatever how many it is, then you don't advance.
Yeah.
So I was like, it gives you more incentive to not be last. So that one's a little bit more competitive, and I do like that one. I think the last one's like the last 6 people or something like that.
Something like that.
So, yeah, that one's fun.
I do like it, and again, I just wish I don't have too many complaints about it too far. It's still early, like so. I'm also not saying that it's like a perfect game by any means, but it definitely
it's enjoyable.
It's a good first game for the Switch. I'm sure a lot of people will play it, and I think that's kind of the point. Like Mario Kart World will help push the console out to people.
Yeah,
and there'll be more games that we'll be excited for later on. And like I said, it's nice that it really brings new life to old games that you can still play on your Switch. I did not know that a lot of your Switch 1 accessories work like your Joy-Con. So your Joy-Cons from Switch 1 work on this one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You can also plug any camera into the Switch.
Yeah, I was saying you can plug in your phone.
You can plug in your phone. So you need a capture card, but not like Elgato, but there's like a little dongle basically looking one that you can plug into your Switch, and then you need an HDMI to USB-C cord. If you plug that into your phone, then you have an app that allows like the phone to not have any buttons but just be full picture. You can use that as a webcam. I just saw it just barely, and it works.
Yeah, and I've seen people play with the webcam. Like I think it would actually be fun. Like it's not one of those things that I'm like, I absolutely need to have it. But like if you guys all got it and we all played Mario Kart, I would get it.
I think it'd be fun.
It's very.
It reminds me
gimmicky.
of like the arcade when you go to the arcade and like it takes your picture.
Yeah, but this one is like you're moving and it's not just a picture. It does look fun, and they do have animations when you hit them. Like it's just like a spinning, but it's still fun.
I saw it on Twitter. That's pretty funny.
And I think for some reason, because it's not using, like it's not doing the gameplay of the other people, it runs smoother. So if you remember when you saw the gameplay of like if you wanted to do like game chat. And you have like what game you're playing, you have your other friends' games playing, and they run like at 20 frames per second.
You try that?
No, because no one and Miles didn't have that. No. He didn't want to try that. So, but anyway, so instead of that, since it's just the camera, everything runs smoother. So the camera isn't like at 20 frames per second. It's running like at least 30 or a solid 30. So it'll run smoother. So it looks fine.
Sure.
So that's what I want to see, and it's just the face part.
Yeah.
And what's cool, and again, we haven't tried this yet, but the software in the Switch 2, if you have multiple people playing on the couch and you have a camera, a webcam or whatever, it will detect each face.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
That
So
was
if
on the direct.
Yeah, so if you play 4 players and you split the screen 4 players, and you have a camera, it will individually find each person, and then it will put you to whatever cart you're on, and you can still see people that way. It's pretty cool.
So happy now?
No, I did get the GameCube controller.
No, he's not happy.
I haven't used it yet.
It
had the Pro
feels
controller as well,
pretty. It feels pretty authentic to the original GameCube controller. The only thing I don't like is
The button.
the ZL buttons.
Yeah.
This little bitch button.
Well, because because it's not, you're not going to use it for any of the. This was specifically made to only be used with the GameCube emulator.
Yeah, but they could.
So
still
there's
make
no reason to use this game. You're not even you're supposed to
it. But
program
they-
it.
but they
added on
specifically
here.
added it because you can use it for other games.
Yes, which they did not say, because if you watch the trailer, if you watch the direct, it says it cannot be used with other games aside from the GameCube console.
But I can.
Yeah, but it can. Oh, that one's the broken one. That one, this button. Wait, is this a broken one? Yeah, this button doesn't work.
Is that an officially licensed?
No, this one's not.
That's, okay.
Why'd you break it?
I pushed too hard and now that button doesn't work. But it's okay. I don't have to use that button. I still use it. It's really nice. That's this one I got.
For Smash?
Yeah. And this one lights up.
On the game.
This one are Joy-Cons. They're actually.
They're they're pretty much Joy-Cons.
Well, that's cool.
But yeah, but this one they have like the buttons in the back, like the home button. I think they have the game chat button too. But yeah, they found out that you can use this for almost all games, and it has a gyro on here as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't know why Nintendo lied.
Is there a GameCube game that you want to see be added?
Melee.
They won't do it.
I want
do
Melee
it.
to be on there.
They won't add Melee.
I'm telling you, he asked me what do I want. Yeah. I didn't say if they were
I didn't say it
going
had to be realistic, but
that one. Soul Calibur was on my list like for a long time. When I knew I knew they were eventually going to go to GameCube. I was like, if they have to put this on, they have to put Soul Calibur 2. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is crazy. Soul Calibur 2. I want Twilight Princess on there as well. That has to be on there. There's no way they're not going to put it on
I
that
agree.
one.
That's the Legend of Zelda game I think they should have put on there instead of Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm trying to think of the other GameCube games that I would want on there.
You're right. Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh, Mario Kart would be sick.
That is my favorite Mario Kart.
It is one of my favorite ones. I don't know why people like sleep on it.
I don't know. I've never heard anybody not like it besides you told me one of our friends doesn't like it, which I thought was weird. But I've never heard anybody say a bad thing about it.
I just never heard
I miss like the switching.
Because that's how you could switch with items.
Yeah. I miss the like the custom items. I know
Oh
a couple of them
yeah, I
they've
forgot
added.
about that.
Like, I wish they would, if they're not going to bring that back, like just bring back those items.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I'm trying to think what other GameCube games I would want on there.
They brought back the 2 Pokemon games I never had, which is the ones I wanted. They have Coliseum and
but it's not on there yet.
It was not on there yet.
As far as I understand it, right now, as of right now, it's F-Zero, GTX, whatever, Soul Calibur 2, and Wind Waker.
That's the only reason I bought this console.
You gotta wait.
I'm trying to think of what other GameCube games would I want on there.
Give us Melee and Double Dash.
I mean, they're not specifically Melee games. Melee games. They're not specifically GameCube games, but like SSX Tricky.
I like that game a lot.
That was fun.
Super Monkey Ball 2.
No, I would not want that.
Actually, it'll be a cool game to have with the gyro in it.
Yeah, that would work with the gyro. Actually, I don't know why they wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
That's
I can see that
I'm
happening.
surprised they haven't done that, I guess.
Sonic. Isn't there a Sonic game for GameCube?
Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, not remakes, but like
The DX
Mario
or-
Olympics.
the director's cut and DX. But no, I'd want the original Dreamcast.
Oh,
version.
actually, Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Oh,
Too.
yeah.
That was really fun. Metroid Prime. All those ones I would love
That's
to have it on there.
Is already on there.
Huh?
Metroid Prime is already out there. It's a remaster.
The first one, is it all of them?
No, just the first one.
Yeah. That's why.
And then Metroid Prime 3 is, remember, a Wii one. Is the one.
Oh, so I think we played this on. No, we did play this on the GameCube. Time Splitters. Do you remember Time Splitters?
Yeah, Time Splitters.
That was a fun game.
Or Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor would be cool. Like if you guys remember a time before Call of Duty, there's Medal of Honor. They're like before Call of Duty. That was a super fun game. Oh, Tony Hawk's Underground. That wasn't specifically. That wasn't specifically for.
We never played that on the GameCube though. We played on the Xbox because we had our custom soundtracks.
Oh, this wasn't a specific GameCube one, but do you remember that they had the Sonic Mega Collection? Do you remember that?
I had the Sonic Mega Collection.
Yeah, that one would be cool.
He's asking me.
Mario Party.
Mario Party, let's do it.
No, fudge
Bring
Mario
me all the
Party.
Mario Parties.
I want them to bring back Donkey Kong, the Jungle Beats, so I can have like the little.
No, you do not.
But then you can use the Joy-Con.
Nobody
the
played
Joy-Con.
that. No. No. Stop with the.
That's some help.
There was somebody, I can't remember what game. They played a game with just that controller.
Oh, they did Elden Ring. I think.
Yeah, with just that controller. Dude, that'd be so awesome. Why?
Stop it.
Why not?
No. No, damn well why.
Because it'd be fun. Why
We'll
not?
definitely get more games for sure. I think that Nintendo, especially now with the Nintendo Switch 2, there's more opportunity for the games to be.
Yeah. They're pretty slow at pushing them out on like the virtual console.
mean,
but they end
yeah.
up for the most part, I think they put out the good games. Like with
Beautiful
especially
Joe would be pretty heavy if they put.
Beautiful Joe.
Yeah.
That the original Kirby Air Riders, the first one.
That'd be smart to release before the next one comes out on Switch 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, but again,
It'll probably take some time though.
They still have other games that they can add to the N64 that they haven't put up.
Yeah, I mean for sure, but I feel like they still have hit most of the
big ones.
I think so. Yeah.
Pokemon Stadium 2, Ocarina of Time.
Now if they add the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Colors,
Whatchamacallit, GoldenEye, Mario 64, Mario Parties 1, 2, and 3. Like they've got probably a lot of the more popular games.
Can't remember. Can we play that with 4 players?
Mario Party.
No. GoldenEye.
GoldenEye? I believe so.
I think we can.
I don't think I've ever tried
We
that.
can try it.
I never played GoldenEye.
It's okay.
What?
I can't remember the last time I beat it because I mean it's obviously like in the 90s.
We were poor. We didn't have that many games. We had consoles. We were well off enough that we could get consoles, but it was always like, all right, man, if you pick 3 games, that's pretty much all we're gonna get you.
Dang.
So I had Smash
Pokemon
Bros.
Snap.
I actually never.
Oh,
owned Pokemon
really?
Snap. I had Pokemon Stadium 1, Pokemon Stadium 2, and Smash Bros. I never had Mario 6. I've never beaten Mario 64.
That's the first game I ever got.
And I got Ocarina of Time.
You know what's funny? I'm starting to play it again, and I completely forgotten that for you. So if you play Super Mario 64, right? There's each room has like 5-6 levels in each painting. I think something like that.
More. There's also the Secret Star.
Well, yeah.
See.
I said like 5 or 6. I don't know, like 5 or 6. There's not more than 7 or something. Like there's like a limit.
Right, but there is also a Secret Star in each particular
Yeah,
level, right?
but anyway, some of the levels are like the stars that you can't get because you have to unlock something that you can't unlock until you have more stars. But it doesn't tell you that, and I forgot about that. I was just trying to get the hat, the flying hat in the wings in the sky with the bombs. And I was like, where is this? Like, I know I have to hit the red block, and it's like, but why can't I? I was looking everywhere, like, why won't it appear? And so I was like, I can't. I don't know what. I looked online. It's like, oh, you have to have 10 stars first. I'm like,
Yep. And
fudge,
you
I
have to
forgot
look at
about
the
that.
Sky in the middle of the room of the castle, and you will unlock the area.
yeah, but you have to have 10 stars first. It doesn't tell you that. So I was like, crap. So I had to go, and I'm searching to get my 10th star.
I love
Before
that game.
they used to tell you how to beat games, it's just like, figure it out, man.
Oh, no, they remember they used to have that hotline that you could talk and you could call, and they would tell you, yeah.
They'd help you out.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Nintendo Power would give you those things
I
as well.
remember that. Mm-hmm. I never called.
I did. I called collect.
I didn't. I just had older cousins. I'm like, dude, what am I supposed to Primo, what am I supposed to do?
You just do this.
The water temple specifically.
Or I would go to like Circuit City or FYE, and I would look and see the game guide, and I'd look at it and be like, okay, I take notes. Okay, go here, go here. Okay, I don't need to buy. I'm fine. I got it. Those were the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The days.
You-
What about
yeah.
games for the Switch too? Like new games. What is a new game you want to?
Pokemon
See.
Legends EA?
Well, aside from that, we already know that they're making that.
We know they're making
but
that.
that's fair. Like I am excited for it, but like
Are you saying like what would be a game that we would want to have
Yeah.
on the Switch soon?
A new Smash.
No,
No,
You're not gonna get
yeah,
that.
a new Smash will come out, and it's going to be.
It's been
huge,
7 years.
but also
has it really?
Yeah, it's been 7 years. It's gonna be 8 years actually.
What about Sakurai? Think about him. His condition.
Sakurai's not.
Sakurai's
doing it.
working with Kirby Air Raiders
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
not doing it. He said the next
That's
one
not
would be
true.
like-
That is not true.
He said the next one he doesn't want to do.
No, he didn't. He said he
retired.
said that he was retired after Smash Brothers Ultimate finished production. He said, "I'm done after this download. I'm not going to do any more games."
That's
and
it.
then when they said he's working on a project, people were like, "Oh, maybe he's consulting."
Kirby, right?
And then you saw that it was actually his company that he is directing, so he is putting all of the stress onto him. So if he's doing that, might as well go back to Smash.
What would it be called?
Ultimate 2.
What's even more ultimate?
Even more Ultimate.
Ultimate times two?
No. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Super Edition.
Super Ultimate?
Super Ultimate. Yeah, there you go.
Would you be mad if they only made like an extended port of Ultimate?
He will be complaining. I know that.
What,
Regardless.
what do you mean? Like just with with more characters?
Sure, like they get this decide it's like, they maybe update a couple things, tweak a couple things, and they're like, maybe we add 10 characters.
Well, that would be.
I wouldn't be upset with that. If those 10 characters were available like all at the same time,
like
yeah.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe Edition.
Yeah, if they were, if they had, they're not, he's not. You clearly don't remember his interviews. He's not going to put Goku
Now
in
with
there.
Hank
Yeah,
Hill
no video games.
He's ready to bring the propane.
They have to originate from video games.
and propane accessories.
Yeah,
They have to originate
He'd
from
be
video
OP.
games. They can't be from like mangas or shows or.
yeah. He had to first appear in
It's
in.
funny how people forgot about it all the time. Whenever they would be like, "Who's going to be the next character?" Like Goku. It's like Goku never started in the video game first. He was an anime character or a manga character first, so he's never going to be in it.
Shrek.
No, he was in a movie first.
yeah. So I mean, if they did a deluxe version, I wouldn't be upset with that because we get more characters. And if they tweaked some things here and there, I wouldn't be upset. I would still prefer a new game, but
I think.
I think Smash Ultimate was such a great milestone. So
Yeah.
if they just if they added to it, I wouldn't be mad about that.
I have a hard time. And may prove me wrong. I have a hard time imagining a Smash Bros. Game that's going to be better than Ultimate. As far as roster goes,
As far as rosters goes,
As far as
that is
roster goes,
hard.
Maybe mechanically they can make it work better with less characters, but as far as rosters goes, I'm like, I don't think we're ever going to top that.
I think because of what Smash Bros has done, it might be easier to add characters now because everyone's doing it nowadays. You know, ever since Smash Bros.
But not as good.
That's
Well, in the sense
Yeah,
of
no, in that sense,
all the star
No,
died.
like,
I'm not saying
I'm not
like-
even a Smash guy. And I know like all these other. What is it?
Sonic, the Sonic racing game.
There's the versus game, and then the
a multiverse or
multiverse.
the
Sony has one.
Nintendo also
I'm,
roll.
I'm not talking about like in fighting game in general, like adding special characters into games that they're not part of.
Oh, okay.
Like
I would
Fortnite was only doing like Marvel people. Now they started incorporating like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, all these people in their things, and it's cool collaborations, you know. And I think who really pushed that forefront was Smash Brothers, like the Wii U version, because they got Cloud, which was not supposed to happen technically, and then they got Bayonetta, and then what were the other ones that were like kind of like out of nowhere? Because like
Joker?
Ryu made sense.
Snake.
Joker.
Yeah, Joker was nothing. There's Snake.
Yeah,
But
Snake.
Snake wasn't DLC. He was like part of the. ball
Yeah, but
game.
he's still like just
that
in
was
general.
It was like weird.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Steve, I hate it.
Yeah,
but yeah,
like
that
Minecraft's
one, like I would never guess
Like,
in a
if it
million
wasn't-
years.
If it wasn't for Sakurai like pushing that and having those characters, I don't think adding characters from like other games to like those other franchises. It doesn't have to be fighting games. Like I said, if it wasn't for that, those wouldn't be in the forefront, in my opinion. So I think in the future, if they do a new Smash game, it'll probably be easier to add characters. It's probably going to be more costly, or if some people won't be like, oh, just do it because it's going to be like it's cool because I'll have one of my characters. Like let's.
But then they have like licenses and rights for how long you actually
It's
get to
that,
use them.
but I think Sakurai he did it all. He wanted to be personally involved in each of the characters' design and each of the balancing,
Which is why
it took so long also
for
as well.
new characters to come out.
Yeah,
and
because-
for them to make the game, because he was really like a person. Though as far as I understand it, he was very like a personality about like we got to get this, we got to get it right, we got to get it perfect.
And every single character that he made was like a passion project.
Yeah. So like, and they a lot of them, especially like the newer ones, they play really, really different. They're very different characters,
And that's what I like,
And they all
yeah.
have like they're very unique.
And then also, like, if you ever saw like his directs where he was like demonstrating the character, like their history, you can tell he's a straight up old school fighting game character. Like when he introduced Terry from Streets of Rage,
Or Barry, or Gary.
yeah. When he introduced Terry and like he was like, yeah, this is what you do. This is like his old school fighting button mechanics, but you can do it this way easy.
Same with Ryu.
Ryu, all that stuff. Or when he's talking about Sephiroth and like he was like giving you like a rundown of everything, like. He has he's
have
a
to do your
passion
homework.
project.
You have
Yeah,
to do
but
your
he
homework.
could. But you don't technically need to. He could have just been like, "Here you guys go."
This is his moveset for Smash.
Yeah, there you go. Bye. But he's like, "No, guys, you can do this. This is what's fun about him, and this is what's this. This is his lore." And he wasn't invited. He just came to mess
He
with
loves
Cloud.
admin children
But
way
that's
too much.
If he actually were to continue doing this, do you think he will do that?
Yeah.
I think he would need
Did he say
to.
he's done?
I think he said he was retired from games. Period. Then he went and did Kirby.
He's a stubborn man. I think he'll die making a game. Like honestly, I don't think he'll ever
That's not
retire.
the spirit.
I think he'll need to. I think he'll.
He won't
Maybe
ever-
my Smash game doesn't matter.
No, but
I think he'll need someone to like. He needs to trust someone to do the balancing with him, so he's not doing everything because I don't think he can do it anymore.
I'll be,
It's
yeah,
up to you.
me. Of
It's
all people.
exhausting.
Of us from here. Yeah,
It's
me.
exhausting for him because like I can't remember which direct did he have where like he looked the most tired.
I don't remember. But yeah, he looked
Banjo
tired.
and Kazooie.
Yeah, I think he
Yes.
looked super tired on that
Because
one.
like okay, you want to know an example of how tired some of these guys are that were like so passionate about making the characters for games or anime. The director for the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War, like he helped animate and all that stuff. The main director, when he announced it with Taite Kubo, his bags under his eyes were like full,
Yep.
and people were like, "What's going on with this dude?" It's like this guy has been directing, making sure this anime is top tier, and damn it, he did.
Yeah.
And Sakurai was the same thing. He's like, we're going to make this game top tier. What about the internet? Don't worry about that.
So anyway, point being is
You want a Smash game on the Switch.
I like a Smash game. I would like a new Star Fox game as well.
You only get one.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Star
Smash
Fox.
Bros.
Smash
yeah.
Bros.
Star Fox.
I always brought this up. I felt like he was, when we've talked about Ultimate, I think it is the best Smash Bros. Game as far as roster goes. Because you would know more about like the mechanics and stuff like that. But I think that it sounds very greedy of me because again, it's the best roster we've ever had and could possibly ever have. But I was still disappointed that like even when they were first announcing the game that they announced Echo Fighters and there's like 2.
Oh no, there's more, but I think
Like I just feel like that was something that's like okay, like you don't have to be as specific. Like how hard would it be to put in Shadow as a Echo Fighter for Sonic?
well,
Yeah,
and,
just
well
make
here's
them-
You'd be like
here's
this much different.
here's the thing is like I think the Echo Fighters that some of them could have just been like a costume alternate, honestly, like and
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And I don't like that.
because Daisy to Peach is
there's no difference.
Yeah,
I
There's
think
no
maybe
difference.
do that. But-
was there not really at all?
but the announcer does say Daisy instead of Peach, which is fine.
Yeah, but again, but for example, like the Bowser Jr. If you choose a different costume, it says that name.
Yeah.
With Olimar, if you pick Alf, it'll say Alf as a costume. So like, if there is literally no difference in their moveset or the knockback or whatever, just make it
the
a
skins.
skin. Like
Yeah.
that's fine.
Agreed.
Don't-
Yeah,
I-
what doesn't make sense is when they were some of them were Echo Fighters, but they weren't like that. Like Crom was supposed to be an Echo Fighter to Roy or something like that, but he has Ike's and Roy's fighting style.
But
But he was an
his
Echo
moveset
Fighter.
is
He's
his
an Echo
moveset is
Fighter, though.
his moveset is more akin to
Ike, he has his
to
Ike's
Ike.
upbeat.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's funny how they made. He says, "Oh, he's a Echo Fighter," but
But
he
see,
has
that's the
two
Echo Fighter that I
people.
like
Yeah, yeah.
because he's different than the Echo Fighter
Like
that he
if
is.
Daisy was like, oh, her like toad is like a poison toad, so if you get hit by it, you also get poison damage. Or maybe
Something, yeah, it
her
doesn't have
hits
to
are
be
more
like-
Or upbeat,
back.
maybe different now. It's not the parasol. It's something different that's unique to her. Or Dark Samus, they could have done a lot more different things. They did more aesthetic
Dark Pit.
changes, but they're
Yeah.
basically the same.
Same character.
They could have made Dark Samus stronger, but
Like 95% the same character.
or more lightweight,
Or like
character.
Daisy and Peach, where they are 100% the same, just
Yeah,
reskin.
they just
Yeah, so I wish they could have made them. Dr. Mario technically is an Echo Fighter of Mario, and they made him super different.
Yeah, he's heavier. He doesn't have this. His up is shorter.
It's stronger though.
Yeah, but it's shorter. His tornado is a down B instead of a
Down there.
down air.
Birdo for reskin of Yoshi.
I think it's a little bit. You can do some differences with it.
You could, but I'm saying that's essentially Birdo would be 90% of what Yoshi is.
You know who would be completely different for like Sonic's franchise? Knuckles, because he can glide and he can punch and he can
Donkey
throw.
Kong. No,
Like-
really? He just
Yeah, he-
just had
and
Donkey
And
Kong
then
moveset.
Shadow, he has guns.
Can't.
I'd do more with his chaos control. I'd do more with his chaos control stuff.
So eventually, I guess Switch may hear your plea and
Please do it.
I don't think it's. You mean Nintendo
Nintendo.
What about you, Diego?
What?
game?
Game for Switch 2.
I would like a Pokemon like a, because I want to play it, but like a Gale of Darkness or that, like a different streamline, not like the main games or like ZA. Another one, like a third one.
Another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Legends was really good, and obviously, I think Legends is just like they want to test out certain mechanics and see if they hit. Like obviously, with like Arceus was the sneak up mechanics of capturing Pokemon. The what I want to say Ultra Beasts, but they're not Ultra Beasts. What are they called? Alpha Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then they incorporated the self, because I can't remember before if it was before, but they incorporated like you can evolve tradable Pokemon internally in the game without needing to trade it. There was no multiplayer. There was no gyms. It was just that kind of stuff. So I liked a lot of that. So with ZA, I want to know what they're gonna do, but like I want like a story driven kind of Gale of Darkness Pokemon type of thing.
Okay.
Or Coliseum, just because those looked interesting. So when I get my Switch 2, I want to play that and try those out.
Interesting.
I don't know. That's me.
That's fair. Paul?
I would love something like a new GoldenEye. I do like GoldenEye a lot.
Getting out for PlayStation.
I know,
Yeah.
but I want something for the Switch. Something that could bring the nostalgia, but then, of course, our original GoldenEye, something specifically for the Switch in which you can actually play with
GoldenEye already get a remaster?
It did.
Kind of, but it's not the same. But I feel like it needs a new adventure. Kind of like, I wish they do another 007.
GoldenEye 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Or like even Casino Royale, but try to have the elements of GoldenEye for a new audience on the Switch, for which people can play like together and kind of like the feeling of playing with your friends in the same room, something like that.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, you know what they got to bring back too? I mean, I wouldn't want I would want it, but it wouldn't be like the top of my list.
Okay.
F-Zero needs to come back, but they won't touch it because Sega did it for them, and it's never been topped. That's why the GameCube one is just like the tippity top.
Yeah.
I think for you it would be like Pokemon Stadium, right?
I've been saying that for years, but yeah.
No, you know what they got to do with Pokemon? Add the animations from Stadium, like the silly animations, what they do, and their attacks.
I'm okay with them not having that.
Well, not all of them. Not all of them.
are
Not all of them.
scary.
Not all of them. But like some of them, like
some of them are
but
cursed.
they were unique though compared to. Whereas now it's like they're like, do Hyper Beam though, and then it just bounce, and that's it. And it's like, come on, you can do some cool movements because they're kind of stale looking.
But even if they were to do like a Pokemon Stadium, they probably have to like have all the Pokemons in there.
Yeah, that's fine. But then you don't have to go capture them because it's just
That's true.
Pokemon
That's
Stadium.
true.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to build in as much stuff. You can just spend
Yeah,
all the time on sprites.
And
So
all
I
the
guess that would be
mini-games.
Pokemon Stadium. If it had to be a Pokemon game,
Yeah.
I just want them to do. I mean, it's rumored to come out in the next gen, but hopefully like Greece
Ooh.
and Rome, like Pokemon based off of
oh
those
yeah,
regions.
yeah.
But if it wasn't a Pokemon game, I really think that they need to do like collections.
Okay.
Like I think there should be like a Mario. I mean, I'm not upset with Mario Kart World. I think they should have just made like a Mario Kart collection, where it's just like they don't have to make any new tracks. They just put all of the tracks that we've already had existing. Basically, Mario Kart Ultimate. Bring on all the tracks. Or like a Mario Party Ultimate. Like just all the mini games, all the board, just it's all here. Like it's just all one Mario Party. We've brought all the Mario Parties.
Everything
all in
is
one.
Here.
Yeah, exactly. But do it for Mario Party and or Mario Kart.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, we'll see. Nintendo, you hear us? Go do that. Go do it right now.
We don't all hate Nintendo. We're trying to give them ideas. We're trying constructive criticism, hopes.
Mister, did you watch Ballerina?
No.
Come on, Mister.
Why?
I think I'm gonna watch it.
I mean, eventually, maybe one day.
All right.
I don't know when, but one day.
Okay. I was gonna say I did watch that movie. I was gonna give you a quick review on that because I wanted to bring it up.
You got 2 minutes. Go.
It's good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Hey,
That
it's
was
approved.
2 seconds. That was 2
If
seconds.
you
I was fast.
actually want you want to watch a movie because of the action. The action is amazing. The story is kind of meh, but it's a John Wick.
Where is it?
universe.
Where is it taking place? 1, 2, 3.
I think between 3 and 4, 2 and 3. I don't remember one of those. But you actually have John Wick in the movie.
Yeah, I
too.
know that. I
So
saw the trailers of that.
the fighting
Spoilers.
gets kind of slow at the very beginning. It makes sense because she's learning how to become like an assassin.
Ballerina. Oh,
But the fight at the end, like the action
that's
at
what
the
they call
end. Oh, it's a good movie.
good. Okay, good.
Go check it out.
There you
How
go.
many chibis?
I'll probably give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I feel like you give that rating every time.
I know because I think it could do
most
a lot
movies
better.
are 7.5 for you.
There's some movies
To be
that are
fair, I think
horrible.
it got like an 8 on IGN.
Okay. Well, that means it is a 7.
I mean, well,
I mean, it's probably a 7.
Real quick, too. Mine's a quick review too. I saw the new Predators Killer of Killers.
Oh, come on today, right?
Yeah, on Hulu.
It's a movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
surprisingly very good. I liked it. 8.5 out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like because in the trailers, it's like 3 separate stories in 3 different timelines. Like one is like Vikings, the other one is in Japan, like feudal Japan, and the other one is like World War II.
Live action, right?
No, they're
Animated, right?
Animated.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Really fun. It was really cool, and then the ending was like ooh, and then yeah,
Did they hype out for the next one?
huh?
Did they set up other franchises?
They can set up for a sequel.
because that's what they did with Ballerina. They're like trying to open it for sequels.
Yeah, it
Okay.
seems like they're connecting it, or they're gonna. How this is it's they're changing the lore of the original Predator stories, or maybe from the other movies that did bad, because it took some of the ideas from the old like Predators, and the AVP and all that other stuff. They took some of that story, like some of their ideas, and incorporating it into this new world. It's not bad. It's good.
Okay, good. Alrighty, time for our main topic here. We're going back to Pokemon. Not the girl, not the streamer, but the Pokemon, the monsters.
Why do you have to say that?
Because I said Pokemon.
It's Pokemon.
I don't care.
It's mane, like MANE, like a horse's mane.
Manny?
Cállate.
Anyway, so this week we're going to Gen 2. And I think this is going to be a lot more different than it was last week with Gen 1. Because I think Gen 1 there was more of a consensus of what were top 10. And this one, I feel like it was more divisive, more
We had a top.
unique.
I mean, we could say there's a technically top 14. I mentioned this before. We have our top 10, but we have a 3-way tie for 11. So 11, 12, and 13 are all tied.
Okay, so I guess we'll go with the top 11.
We'll just
But I want you,
11?
yeah. But have you? Well,
I
because
would just mention them.
All
Just,
right.
like,
but go
what we
yeah,
think.
go with the like you did last time. Like these was did not make them. They got however many, but and ask us why they were on there. So turn the time up to you, Shark King.
Okay, so just to mention, like I said, start off with the 3-way tie at 11. We have Heracross, Crobat, and Ho-Oh.
Dang it.
Only 9 votes. And just so you know, Paul, you were the only
Thank you guys.
No, dude, how does it make my top 20? I don't like Ho.
I love.
I like Ho-Oh, but I don't like Ho-Oh more than Lugia.
I know.
Yes,
I
yes.
know because everybody's
Well,
gonna
the
say
thing
that.
I don't like Ho-Oh, just
Look,
don't
it
never
would have
like
been different if. So this is basically what happened.
Ho-Oh got his own movie.
When we were
that's
little,
right,
no,
right.
when we were little, and we got our Game Boy Color and Pokemon Silver or Gold, we were originally going to get gold, but they had run out of the gold version. So we got silver. So if we had gotten gold, I would have been with
So
you.
it's your dad's fault.
How is it my dad's fault? They were out
got
of
the
gold
game?
version. They were.
Yeah,
We
got
went to the Target and like, hey, can
There's
we get
other targets.
No, we didn't want to win. We wanted to play. So he's like,
I need it now.
Here's the purple Game Boy, and then we want Pokemon Gold. Oh, Pokemon Gold's out. We have silver. I was like, okay. And then we got silver, and then I was like, okay,
I love
Lugia,
silver.
Lugia with Aeroblast, goated.
I knew when
Sacred
I put it on the
Fire is
list
not as
that
cool
I
as
was fighting.
Aeroblast.
Yeah, second for yeah.
Against the
I think Lugia is just a far better bird Pokemon.
I think it's a cooler looking Pokemon.
I like Ho-Oh.
I don't understand its typing.
Well,
No, Lugia's.
neither of them make sense. I think Lugia should be Water Dragon, and I think Ho-Oh should be Fire Fairy.
What did they make him though? They made him water
Psychic flying.
psychic flying. I was like, what?
But he lives in the ocean.
Okay, nice job, Pokemon.
Well, it makes sense. Like, I mean, Garchomp's dragon ground, but he flies.
Dragon.
Flies like a jet.
I get it. He hovers like a jet.
He flies like a jet.
He also
Look at his
hovers.
Pokedex, and he does hover, but
He's literally just hovering. Like, how?
Okay. Anyways, continue on.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a 3-way tie. So those were the.
that was a 3-way tie. I know you're very disappointed, but you were
I
literally
know.
the only
I
person
know.
who
I
voted
know
for
it was
Ho.
the
I
vote.
almost put it on there, but
I wish Heracross was on there. I love Heracross.
yeah, Heracross just barely missed. They got tied for 9 votes for 11th place.
Okay.
And you were I guess you were the only person who put on that. At least with Heracross. Oh, I guess Hoss put Crobat also at the same spot as you.
Did I
Same
put
amount
Crobat
of
on
points.
there? I can't remember if I put.
Hoss was ironic. So he was the only person who put Ho-Oh. Hoss was the only person who put Crobat.
Crobat was on my
Period.
list originally, and then I was like,
I can already tell you're gonna. Yes, this is very disrespectful that not more of us put Crobat on there. I can already.
he was
tell
on. He was on there. It was. I think he was like. Oh, he was also pretty high.
I
But I
thought
was like,
you guys were going to put Crobat, so I'm like, I don't want to put Crobat then.
that's not the point.
That's not the point.
So this is actually
You're
the top
missing.
10.
It's your top
I
10.
liked him, but I was
It's
like,
not about like,
Chibi's.
well, you know, I think my friends are gonna like him
This is
enough.
Chibi, a representation of Chibis.
Anyways, continue
Chibi
on.
top 10.
If
Gen
you're
Zers.
you're the reason why my Pokemon didn't win, and I'm upset with you.
He's probably right. All right, top 10.
Okay,
Okay, wait. Are we gonna go with the other ones that were just
unique.
unique ones?
Yeah. So for Paul is the most unique.
Wait. Is it Schmeagle?
4 Pokemon of his 10 he's the only person who picked them.
Wait.
Is John on there?
No,
Is
Unsparse?
no,
Shuckle?
no.
Okay, well, I don't know.
They're not bad. They're not necessarily bad Pokemon. They're just the only one who read
Piloswine? I don't know.
Oh, let me talk.
his number 1 choice was he's the only person. Suicune. No one else
Dude,
picked Suicune.
he is the worst of the 3 dogs, in my opinion. I don't like him.
Suicune did get
because he
its
got
own
a
game.
movie. Yeah, because
Suicune got its own
That's
game.
not why, because it's a movie. I just don't like him.
I really like the Pokemon design. I know exactly that it's fighting against most of the other contenders by popularity, but I do feel
They're
like
better. I think they're better.
I think it's a really cool Pokemon, especially seeing in the anime for the very first time. I'm like, who's that Pokemon? The same with Ho.
Who's that?
You saw it.
Exactly, but you didn't know who
You
it
saw it.
was.
I didn't care. That's when you saw it.
Like, it built a lot of mystery, but nothing ever happened.
Not
in the anime.
Mewtwo hit mystery.
Mystery Dungeon.
But yeah,
Shut up.
You were the only person who put Suicune. You were the only person who put Ho-Oh. You were the only person who put Celebi,
really.
which I thought was
I'm
surprising.
surprised.
You know
one
what?
surprised me.
Sully was never like. It was a strong Pokemon. It was never one that I like.
Celebi
Was like it was
forgettable.
like one that was. Oh, I need to have this on my
It was
on my
never
team.
Yeah. Celebi
Really?
was forgettable for me.
Nah, for me it was actually.
This is the one that I was a little bit iffy.
I know you were gonna
Unknown. He was the only person. who put Unknown. I need to know why Unknown made your list. Granted, he was 9th.
Right.
You still voted for
What is-
over Heracross.
Yep.
What
And
is
I
your
wanna know- I need
perspective?
to know why.
Well, it goes back once again with the design and the fact that each particular unknown made an outlet letter and trying
Sure.
to play the game.
Or
and trying to
symbol.
well, of course. And trying to decipher all of that in the game for the very first time was a really cool experience. I wish they did something like that.
I am
again.
trilingual. I speak
Yeah, there you go. Unknown. Yeah, so I feel like, I think that's basically what it is.
I will say you were the only person who has ever been impressed when I showed my Pokemon card binders too. You're like, you have every unknown. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
I have the whole alphabet. It spreads 2 pages.
I saw that.
The most space in my Pokemon binder for Gen 2 because it's unknown. But he takes up 2 full pages.
I'll
I'm
get
bad,
it in
yeah.
shiny versions.
No, they don't have those in shiny versions. Thing.
No one wants them shiny.
Not yet.
no one
they
wants
don't.
them shiny. Get the fluff out of here.
All right, let's go to Hulse's uniques. He had Crobat. He was the only person to put Crobat. We covered that already. David, you were the only person to put Raikou.
That's okay.
And he's better than Suikin.
Yes, he's better.
You just didn't like him as much as Suicune, but Suicune technically got more votes.
Yeah.
But that's just because he put him higher.
Oh, okay.
So that's the only reason he got more points. You were the only the other two did surprise me. You put Noctowl.
Yeah, so Noctowl. This was so Noctowl. I don't know why, but when I did my first playthrough of Silver, Noctowl was one of my Pokemon that got me through a lot. I don't know why. I don't know how.
I don't know how.
Huh?
I don't know how.
I don't know how either. I think I was just lucky with him. I liked his design. Hoot I didn't like, but the Noctowl just looked a little bit more menacing.
Fair.
And I kind of wish it was dark flying, but I don't think it is.
It's normal flying.
It's normal
I
flying.
think it should be
Psychic flying.
Or psychic
I
flying.
honestly think it should be ghost flying.
Or ghost flying would be cool.
It's one of those Pokemon that definitely deserves like a regional form.
So that was why he was on me, just because I remember him playing. I remember him always with me through my entire playthrough of Silver. Okay. I don't know why though, because he's like one of the first Pokemon you find too.
It's true.
Octillery had to do when we played Fire Red. So when we first played, I didn't like Octillery when Silver came
like
out.
anybody did.
Yeah, no one
I'm
did.
surprised he's on the list.
Octillery was on there because of what he did for me in Fire Red. Because when we got through, I'm like, you know what? Octillery held it down for me so many times. And I was like, I honestly couldn't believe it. I was like, how could this Pokemon I've always hated? And he's like, this Pokemon just did wonders for me. So I was like, you know what? I have to put this in my top 10 because of it just turned. He did a complete 180 in my book. So that's why he was on there.
Okay, fair enough. Diego, you also have two Pokemon that no one else picked. Wooper.
Yeah.
Why is Wooper
Amelia?
in the top 10?
I like Wooper.
No, you like Paldean Wooper.
They're the same looking, except for he's the brown. If I had the Paldean version, it wouldn't have been Wooper. It would have been Clodsire. Clodsire's just goated. But yeah, Wooper. He's grown on me so much because before I was like, yeah, he's kind of lame. But as I gotten older, I was like, I like his just carefree, just happy design.
Okay, and the other one you put that I'm surprised not more people put, but Steelix.
Steelix. Yeah.
Okay, sure. That's exactly what he sounds like.
When I first saw that they gave Onyx and Scyther evolutions and they were steel types, bro, those two were just. Even though Steelix wasn't the best, his design's just so cool, and then his Mega Evolution is way cool too. So I put him in my list because of it.
Okay, fair enough. I had one Pokemon unique this time.
Yay!
Porygon 2.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I actually really, really like Porygon 2.
Porygon was in my list at one point. He was in the running. Him. I don't know if this was ever. I really liked Donphan for some reason.
I think Donphan might be on here somewhere.
Donphan is on there.
Okay.
Nope, he is not. He only got 4 points.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody put him on there, but everybody put him fairly low.
Except for me. I didn't put it in there.
Lotion on your elbows, man. They're scratchy.
All right, so those are the unique ones, but now we'll go from like we did before, from 10 to 1.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Number 10.
Number 10.
With Paul's sweetheart, Suicune, comes in at number 10.
Hey, man.
With one more point than Ho-Oh because you put him there as well.
Either way, I'm happy.
So yeah, let us. Why Suicune?
Like I mentioned before,
Because he's your favorite.
I think my favorite of all the, especially when they got Pokemon Crystal, I think by far, before all the new remakes at that particular time, I was like, whoa, you can actually get the Pokemons from the previous game, and you also have a cell phone, and the animation on the game.
Cell phone.
You have a cell phone in other games too.
Yeah.
I know, but at that particular time, that's the game that I start playing. I didn't play Gold and Silver first.
Oh,
you
you
played
didn't.
Crystal
Oh,
version.
okay,
This
okay.
makes sense.
Yes.
This makes more sense now.
And seeing that in comparison with Gold and Silver, everything, they didn't have the animations. Crystal was the one that actually had one.
Yep.
The first time Pokemon moved.
Yeah, so for that,
That was huge.
I think, it was really huge for me.
As someone who already had Gold and Silver, I was like, I need it. They move.
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned, Suicune, I feel like it's one of my favorite legendary dogs. I'm kind of sad that they have a really weird evolution in the future. What do you call that?
I like them.
I think it's too
The
weird.
dinosaurs?
Yeah, I think it's too weird for me.
I think
But overall, I do like that Pokemon quite a lot.
Question before we keep going:
Sure.
if there is a different version, can you choose that version if the original Pokemon appeared in previous?
No.
What do you mean?
So like MrMister said, he likes Paldean Wooper, but Paldean Wooper didn't come out till Gen 9. But technically, he's not a new Pokemon. He's just a
Technically,
variation.
Paldean Wooper would be Gen 9 because that's when he was introduced.
Is he in the Pokedex as that number?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure.
So, like, technically, all the Alolan forms, you could start picking them once we hit Gen 7.
Okay.
But if you like the original form, I mean, you're allowed to share them. I mean,
Right.
There's a couple that don't change, like Pikachu's in both.
Yeah.
It's the same Pikachu.
Okay. I just making sure. I just want to make sure.
So, I mean, I'll allow you can move him, I guess.
I
Any way you
allow
want.
it.
Okay.
Number 9 was Espeon. And
Espeon, really?
Espeon.
I understand.
I didn't put it in
Espeon's
there.
pretty good.
Espeon wasn't in my
Host
top
put
10.
him up Host put him number 3.
Wow.
Really?
I give him respect.
put him number
Espeon
3.
is
Espeon was not in my top 10 at all.
Espeon is pretty good.
Umbreon was up
I
there
don't
on
like
mine,
the
but then
Espeon is my favorite. I prefer Espeon over Umbreon.
Yeah.
But it's really good. I mean, at that point, I even remember it because again, I was that kid who like memorized
All the Pokemons.
all the Pokemon. No, but what do you call it? The strategy guide.
yeah.
I had memorized the Prima strategy guide, and I knew like the percentages of which Pokemon appeared when and where at what time. But Espeon was the best psychic at that point. It was the best psychic type you could get besides Mewtwo.
No, not so much.
No, not so much.
And I think
It's
you know,
just power
to be
cards.
honest, I think for some reason when I was thinking about Espeon, that skewed my view of him. Because I was like, Espeon sucks. I remember when I had him in Scarlet and Violet, like this Pokemon does nothing. He can't do crap, and for some reason that lasted in my memory, and that's why it wasn't in my list.
That's fair. Number 8, Entei.
Okay.
Yay.
Entei's pretty. I'm surprised Entei's this low.
Yeah.
I think mine was like 5 or
I feel
6
like most
or something.
people put him. Paul, you didn't put him. Hulse didn't put him.
Also, like
David,
2,
you put him at
I think at 5 or 4.
Put him
7?
at 6.
6. Okay.
My Entei was at 6 as well.
6, and then I put him at 4.
4?
Actually,
Okay.
I had him pretty high. That's why I'm the one who kind of bumped Entei up. But what?
Oh, why?
Yeah, why?
Because he went when they gave him the movie he was in the third movie, and then he was when we were playing Silver. He was our first legendary encounter for the dogs.
First one we caught too.
Yeah, because he was like, "Boom!" We're like, "What the freak? He's out and about," and then we caught him, and it was cool.
And we have to mention it was your starter for when we were playing.
Oh yeah.
If I can get him again for our randomized, I'm gonna.
No, fudge you. I'm
unstoppable.
not gonna play if you get that, and I get something crappy like Vileplume.
Vileplume was good. No, I can't lie to you.
No. Compared to all your
You can
starters,
set up
compared to
poison
all
powder,
your starters, you don't know what start.
Spore. You could have all those to just paralyze or sleep people.
First of all, you have no idea what the word setup means. Okay, so don't even give me that crap.
Poisons.
That doesn't set. Ugh. Okay, you know what, King? Sorry, go ahead.
Sitting it out for the next one.
You're good. So Entei had 16 votes or points. Next at number 7, we have Umbreon,
Yeah.
who beats Entei by 1 point
Just by 1 point.
because of me.
because of Diego. Diego put him number 1.
Number
So
1,
Diego,
yeah.
we will let you talk about Umbreon because we all know that it's probably your most favorite Pokemon.
It is my
of all
favorite
time.
Pokemon.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, pretty much.
When I saw the Umbreon's design and seeing that Gary had him, I was like, "Who the fuck is this cool guy?" I was
Talking
like,
about Gary. Who this is cool guy?
because I was like, because when we first got the
That is why the
Pokemon
ladies
Soul
love
Silver, when we got Silver and Gold, during that time I was like, "Oh, there's 2 new EV evolutions." Like, huh? And then I saw like the Espeon. I was like, "Oh, that's cool!" Like the split tail, the long ears and stuff. And I saw Umbreon. I was like, this guy is cool. Like I like his like design and everything. And then when I saw his shiny, I was
Shiny,
like,
it's
oh,
on
this
top.
is simple shiny. And then I was like, this is such a cool shiny because it's just blue. And blue is what like my favorite. Well, my favorite colors are purple, red, and blue. And so I was like, okay, that works. And then he's just tanky, and he helped me survive on some of these fights I've had in games when I played Pokemon. And I've pulled some really cool cards of Umbreon. Yeah.
$1,000 card.
Yeah, and so like just Umbreon is goated. It's my companion in Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go.
Not surprising.
Yeah, and so just Umbreon's just my favorite Pokemon.
Nice.
All right, beating Umbreon by 1 point. A lot of these were fairly close. Number 6, Typhlosion.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's so low.
It could be higher.
I think mine, I put him as 3 or 4.
Paul put him at 5. Host
Paul.
did not put him on.
Horse.
David put him at 3.
Yeah, see?
Diego did not put him, and
Diego.
I put him at...
There's someone who beat him.
Actually, I put him fairly low. I think I put him at 7.
I blame all of you. It's okay.
I really like the explosion, but compared to other Pokemon on my list, it needed to go somewhere lower.
I wanted to.
Not on my list, personally.
I couldn't put Typhlosion on my list because I wanted to.
You're the one that
I felt like if I put like all 3 of the starters, I liked them all. I like them all, but I wanted to like who do I like more out of the 3? And sadly, Bailey is the lesser of the 3 or
Agreed.
Meganium.
For now.
If ZA
now.
makes it good, it'll skyrocket in my favorites. But yeah, Typhlosion just sadly didn't make the cut.
You're allowed to do that, just so you know. You can put all 3 starters in your...
Yeah, but I didn't want to. I wanted to like because I felt like it's a cop.
Diego, for some reason, he's like,
He makes up these arbitrary
he makes up these
rules.
arbitrary rules that
it's like
limit you.
I'm gonna put all 3 of the legendary dogs, or I'm gonna put.
You can. You
I don't
can.
want to.
Because
I
it's
don't
your
want to.
list.
Yeah, but
your
I
list.
Yeah, but you don't want to because why? If they are
it just feels like a cop out. That's all.
What cop out to what? To who?
I'm just gonna put the strongest Pokemon or the coolest Pokemon. Of
That
everything.
should.
Anyways, continue on.
That's kind of what the list is about, but that's fine.
Yes. It's,
David, anything you want to say about Typhlosion? You've had him probably the highest out of anybody, so...
He did when we played Pokemon Silver. He was our starter, and he made that freaking Typhlosion unstoppable.
Dude,
I think he
Typhlosion was.
I think he was our first level 100 legit.
Yeah, I love
That was
Typhlosion.
him. He put him to 100. I'm like, what is? Why is he at 100?
And here's the thing. Like, if I remember correctly, I did want to choose Crocodile first, but I was like, you know what? I did that like on Blue. Let me try a fire, and hopefully it's not a freaking water and rock first and second gym. Hopefully, it wasn't. So that's what made it good. And dude, I loved like all the new attacks. He had Flame Wheel. He had what other ones did he have?
He got rolled out.
Yeah. I was like, dude, this Pokemon is fantastic. I loved him. And then with his new form that he has, the Ghost Flying or Ghost Fire. I love that. And so Typhlosion was just amazing.
Also,
for me.
his
Regarding of the
silver
controversies.
his silver sprite is better than his gold sprite.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think his silver sprite he's like up like this, and his gold sprite he's like facing downwards. I gotta look it up again, but I just remember I liked his silver sprite more.
I think Crystals was his up. I think he was a little bit more.
like that, and then he would like slash with his
Yeah.
arm and then, like lean forward, and like his fire on his neck would
Yeah, like
pop out.
they gave him a lot of love in Crystal, and I was like, you know what? This Pokemon can't be anything lower than 3.
He's a great starter.
Yeah.
And just a great Pokemon in general. I am a little surprised at how low he is, but
Yeah, me too.
the list hits pretty hard. Like there's a lot of good ones on this. Number 5, this is the one that I'm surprised isn't higher, is Scizor. I thought Scizor was going to be way higher. Paul put him at 7. Host put him at 6. David, you monster. You did not put Scizor on your list.
He was at 11. He was at
Diego
11.
put him at 5, and I put him at 3.
Oh, okay.
Dude, it's. I don't know what to say about Scizor. I like Scizor.
your list.
I like
the list. You have nothing to say.
I like
You don't deserve to talk about this.
I like Scyther and Scizor. Just not top 10, but they're still high up there.
I think it's a really cool design. It goes
Yeah,
back to
I think
It's a cool design, yeah.
Yeah. So Typhlosion's he has this like little stance, and then in gold he has this stupid kick looking thing. I never liked his gold sprite.
Agreed.
His gold sprite was kind of weak.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, going back to Scissors though, when I first looked at I saw that Pokemon, I was like, wow. Kind of reminded me of like a sport vehicle. Like, you know, the red color that you actually have.
Iron Man was a Pokemon.
yeah,
He'd be Scizor.
that would be Scissors.
Scizor was like the first like true like for me it was like, oh, this is a Gen 2 Pokemon, like, and it was very like 2000s, like the very 2000s
Sure.
like vibe. So I was like, what did they do to Scyther? How did they make this guy cooler than he already is?
But it's better.
Yeah, and he had the big old claws and stuff, and he just and then he had that really cool stance. And I think if it was in the anime we saw, he has like this stance and he kind of looked away from you. I was like, Scissors tight, so he had to be on my list.
And the way that you have to make him evolve, though, that's also pretty cool as well.
It wasn't the medical, was it?
Yeah,
it was medical. Okay.
Jacket.
It was trade with Metal Coat. I will say the thing. A lot of people, especially now, they complain like, oh, and I think this will be more for like Gen 4. A lot of people don't like when they take earlier Pokemon, especially Gen 1 Pokemon, and give them evolutions.
But they didn't.
A lot of people don't like Rhyperior. A lot of people don't like Electivire. A lot of people don't like Magmortar, or Tangrowth, Licky Licky, etc. But I think Scizor's like, no, you can make an evolution.
I mean, look at Cleaver. Cleaver's pretty sick too.
I mean, Cleaver's awesome, but
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like he got love too.
yeah.
So
I think just Scizor was just a unique design, and they were able to improve upon it with Scizor, and then in Arceus with Cleavor, like. Just the design was just amazing. It was like,
and it helps that it kicks butt. Like it's strong.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's strong, and it does all the things.
and he only has one weakness times 4, but
It's fire.
but he's only
Typhlosion
one
destroy
weakness,
him.
so you just know right away. Okay, fire. Let's get out of here.
The randomest story thing I can remember is about Scizor, and one of the things I loved about him is because my sister hated him. In Pokemon Stadium 2, I had the what are they called? The Game Boy Color transfer pack things.
Yeah.
And you could transfer your Pokemon from like Gold, Silver, Red, the Game Boy Color games to like Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
But it would also, and I didn't know this because I got the games later. You could also use your Pokemon in the mini games.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
There's the Scyther and Pinsir
Yeah.
mini game. You can actually use Scizor instead, but it's the only way to get Scizor is if you have it in a game with a Game Boy Color pack.
That's cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Way to get
That's
it.
actually
so my
pretty
sister
cool.
would always get pissed. She's like, I got Pinsir. I'm like, yep, I always have Scizor.
That's pretty cool. That's fire.
So yeah, that was one of the things that I do remember. Number 4 is Ampharos.
Yeah, at least he's in top 5.
He's number 4. I'm a little bit surprised. I just mentioned he was my first shiny, and I didn't know he was a shiny because my first Mareep was shiny, and I didn't even notice. I was like, "Hey, look, a sheep! I'm going to capture this," and I caught it. And then afterwards, it was like, "Why is mine different color?" I'm like, "Oh,
Kill it.
I thankfully didn't do that, but I didn't notice until later because the shiny Flaffy looks almost exactly the same."
I know that.
So I didn't notice until it was Ampharos. I'm like, this is really different. And then I found out like later by playing the game because again we didn't have internet back then. When I got to there's like, oh, some Pokemon are shiny. I'm like, wait a minute, I already have one of these when I got the shiny red Gyarados. So my first playthrough of Silver, I had 2 shinies.
That's awesome.
That's sick.
The reason why for us is Ampharos was our day one start, not starter Pokemon, but our day one like in our group, and he was always locked in our group. So when we got Mareep, we'd get Mareep early and then train it,
Fair.
dude, our Ampharos was like our carry Pokemon. Like when we would like all our Pokemon were out, and then we had Ampharos. We gave him like he defied odds. I'll say that. We gave him Thunder, and he's supposed to miss, but he never missed. I think he missed twice. And like the whole time,
He's a lucky Pokemon.
and he just thundered. We're like, how is he not missing, David? What's going on? I don't know, man. Yeah, I just remember we were just freaking out. We were playing the Elite Four, and we just thunder, and then we missed one. So I was like, what the
Lightning and the thunder, boom, boom. You just be kidding it, dude. Ampharos, I don't.
It's your number 1 in Gen 2 for sure. Is it your number 1 overall?
There's a debate on
it's
that,
up there?
but it's up
Okay.
there.
It's number 1 on your list?
Yeah.
On my list, it was number
Gen
1.
2, but it might be David's like all-time list.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, Ampharos, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I remember thinking, like, when we first got the Mareep, I'm like, it's kind of odd. I was like, okay, with, an electric sheep, fine. And then when Flappy came out, he's standing. I like the pink. I like the way like in his little cry. Yep. I love.
Wait, what is that? One more time. It's fairly accurate.
Yeah. And I think what got me was that just to change colors because he started blue and white with a little bit of yellow. Then he went just white and pink, and then he became yellow and black, and with a little bit of red on his tail. And I was like, dude, he looks so cool. He can learn all these different punches. He wasn't just limited up to electric attacks or normal attacks. I just loved him. I loved his design. I loved how he played. There are better electric Pokemon than him. There are faster ones. There are better stats than him. But like, if I had to pick a team, like I would pick Ampharos always. Yeah. That Pokemon just holds a special place in my heart.
Now let me ask, how do you feel about Mega Ampharos?
What does he change into? I can't remember.
Electric Dragon, but then it gets like Fabio style hair, like got like Super Saiyan 3.
It took me a while to like it. At first, I was thinking like this looks like Fabio, man. I don't know if I like that.
That's actually what I nicknamed my Mega.
But I do. But I think now, like I've grown to liking it. It's like, you know, he looks like a Mega Chat. I like it.
Do you agree with it being Electric Dragon?
I like the dragon part. I guess
think it fits.
I'm not sure.
I've always thought, just by looking, I thought it should have been Electric Fairy.
I would probably agree with that.
More fairy, but like I guess it kind of looks
a dragon. No,
dragon-ish.
Well, I'm
kind of like
I would go with the fairy. Electric Fairy probably feels better.
At least for the Mega.
Yeah, at least for the Mega, and because he gives off that fairy vibe, like he just does. The Chad just looks fairy, like with the wavy hair, and that's what I thought it was gonna be when I was as a dragon. I was like, huh, that's cool.
I thought that was super weird. Like, where does dragon come in? And that's when I got like, this makes no sense.
Besides Gyarados, that was the most type changing. I was like, huh, like why?
Yeah,
it's still good. Like,
it's
the
still
typing
good.
was just. I always
just not the one I would think of. Yeah, I would not think of that
there's
one.
There's two unique things for me that I've had with Pokemon where I'm like, why did they do that? Like Ampharos and then a little executive. I'm like, why is he a dragon?
Because he's a big tree.
But he's not.
With a big A neck.
Big tree.
With a big A neck.
Big tree. I mean, he's a dragon. Could have been like something else, but okay.
They don't listen to me, man. I don't know.
So
I didn't make this. I didn't make this
number
typing. That's number 4. Number 3, I'm very surprised. Lugia.
Really?
Lugia with 27 votes, beating Ampharos by 3.
Guys.
I think I know what number 2 is.
Dude, like I don't get.
Okay, I think I know what number 2 is then. But anyway, Lugia. I don't think I put him super high on mine. I think mine was like at 7 or.
You put him at 7.
Yeah.
Or sorry, host put him at 7. You put him at 4, David.
Oh, okay.
I didn't put him at
Sorry, I remember. My list evolved a lot.
Fine.
So
I've made changes to mine. I put Lugia at 2.
I put mine at 3.
And he put Lugia at 3. So fairly high for pretty much everybody. And then just no mention from Paul.
Paul's a hater.
You picked
the
worst one of the legendary.
Lugia's horrible to me. Like I feel.
What?
What?
Take away this man's mic.
What?
Mute this man.
Hands?
Let's get into Paul's perspective now. Okay, go Paul. What?
I don't like the design. I feel like it's kind of jibbed. Even though
Jibbed?
especially Ho-Ho was the guy, Pokemon that was introduced in the very first episode of Pokemon. Yeah. Never got addressed in a movie, which is kind of the dumbest thing ever. That's why Lugia came in, and they actually made a movie with him and the legendary birds. I think because of that movie, it actually got a lot of people's attention to make that their favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, because it was that awesome. You know what? Awesome. He wasn't even supposed to be a Pokemon. They were like going to be like a one-off thing. And Lugia was so well received, so well loved. Lugia, they're like, okay, we got to put him in.
So, is it true to say because of the movie you guys like that Pokemon?
Yeah,
that started it. Yeah, but
what's the problem?
But again,
that's probably the same thing for Mewtwo. The movie made people like Mewtwo, so your argument is not valid.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
And here's the thing. Okay, I will say this. I don't like Lugia's original sprite. I think it's the one he's like this. I don't like. I like the crystal one.
On the
it looks like fingers.
Yeah.
His crystal one looks a lot better. but his original gold one, it's either gold or silver
one.
one.
That looks good.
I like the black.
No, the silver one I didn't like. The gold one looked better. So the silver one, he's like, "Ah," and the gold one, he's like this.
Yeah, that dark looks
So-
better actually.
I liked
Where's
the
your
gold
shadow
version of
hole?
that.
Exactly.
Exactly, there's nothing.
So Lugia gets its own game.
because of the whole.
Lugia gets its own spin-off game. It gets its own regular game, and it gets its own movie.
And again, the specific or the special special moveset that he gets, Lugia's is better than Ho's.
Yeah.
Like I said, Sacred Fires I don't think is that
Pretty
cool.
good.
I don't like it.
From the old animations, from like Silver and Gold, Lugia's Aeroblast animation is cooler than Sacred Fire because
Yeah.
Sacred Fire is just basically a flashing
Yeah.
flame wheel.
But Lugia Air Blast, I was like, what the freak is this? Like that was cool.
And then they ruined it when they went 3D.
It's hard to make it.
I think we'll have to talk
They
about.
made it like a hurricane.
I think we have to talk about this one day. Is the pros and cons of going 2D to 3D because there's a lot of. I feel there's a lot of cons to it that they could make better, but Pokemon decides to be like meh.
I think I know what number 2
And
is.
then there's this weird medium ground where like we had Gen 5 where it's like, is it 2D or is it 3D? It's both.
Porque no los dos.
Okay.
You insulted two types of people, both camps.
Somehow they both agree that this was wrong.
Okay, I think I know what number 2 is, but you go ahead. I think I know what it is.
Number 2 is Tyranitar.
Oh no, I was wrong then. I for some reason I kept thinking it was still gonna. I forgot that you had said that Diego ruined it.
Paul put it at 2. Host put it at 5. David put it at 5. I put it at 1. And Diego,
It's not on
in
there.
all his wisdom, decided that Tyranitar is not a top 10
It is
Gen
a
2
great
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
My bad.
No, because he had to go for variety.
But
I could have gone for the
remember-
coolest Pokemon.
Remember, Wooper made the list over Tyranitar.
Yeah.
The freaking armless Pokemon.
Wooper.
Hey, he's adorable.
Not Quagsire. Wooper.
Whoopa.
He's an Amelia. That means someone that doesn't have arms.
That's rude.
Wow.
So then number 1. Okay, I think I know what number 1
I know
is.
what number
then.
1 is. Yeah, we already.
I
know what it is.
just don't. I
No, who the goat
did not
is.
think it would be number 1.
The
Honestly,
goat is number 1. What are you talking about?
your goat.
The goat.
I don't think he's the goat, but go ahead.
Okay.
He's
Okay, so Tyranitar's number 2.
So you talk about Tyranitar
Oh,
first.
yeah. All right.
First of all, talk about Tyranitar.
Yeah, so Tyranitar is probably, arguably, one of, if not my favorite Pokemon. It's just cool. It's just a really awesome design. It looks like it should have. This is one that I just always thought it should have been a dragon. Ironically, Lance in the manga uses Tyranitar. That's his secret weapon.
And you know what sucks?
It's Tyranitar.
What is
Doesn't
he?
have,
Rock,
like-
He's rock dark.
dark. Yeah.
I'm like, why isn't he a rock dragon?
Doesn't he have multiple weaknesses? Like
Yes.
a lot? Like
Yes, he
one of the
does.
Yes, he
worst?
does.
But he's
Like
a
one of the
bulky
worst
boy.
weaknesses?
He does. He's got a 4 times weakness to fighting.
Yeah, they got to fix him up on that. Like,
He's
that's
got a
not
weakness
fair.
to steel. He's got a weakness to water. He's got a weakness to grass.
He's like 4 or 5, right? Weaknesses?
Yeah, he's weakness to fairy.
Yeah, they got to fix him up. They got to give some more love to that boy.
He's had some changes to him.
No, you know what they got to give him? What's it called? A special ability?
Crystallization?
No,
Out of greed.
a special ability. What's it called?
Out of
Like hidden ability, where he takes half damage from super effective attacks.
Well, he kind of already does have that.
Yeah.
With Sandstorm. Sandstorm and a rock type, he
Oh.
takes a 50% damage from special attacks.
Yeah. And that all his weaknesses are special.
Oh, okay, cool. Then
So
never mind.
he's actually really, really, really good that way. Tyranitar was one of those first Pokemon where, like, I remember, it's like, oh, I already beat 8 badges, and then, like, you find out that you actually have to go get the other 8 badges, and then you have to, like, I still say it's probably one of the best final boss battles in the game, where it's basically you're fighting yourself from the first game. Like, oh,
Fighting
such a good
me?
idea. Yeah. Who could be the strongest trainer? It's me. But from 3 years ago.
That was a pretty
Dun,
good choice.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
And then you can find out that that's not until like after it's like, where do you get this thing from? And I remember as soon as I found out, like, even if it wasn't legendary, I'm like, where'd you get that Pokemon? Where'd you get that Pokemon? Where'd you get that Pokemon? And it takes you your entire life to be able to go get that Pokemon because you have to beat 16 gym leaders. You have to go beat Red, and then you get him at like you can get a level like 15 Larvitar, and you have to train at 40 levels.
It's a well-deserved Pokemon after your whole battle in there.
It just doesn't make sense why they had to put it as the post game. In the post game.
game.
I think in Crystal they changed it though.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
Crystal, they changed it. You can get them at the game corner.
Game corner,
You
yeah,
can
but-
get them at the third gym. Basically, you can get
Oh, so you can
before
come
the
with
third
you.
gym. Yeah, you can use them on your
He'd be
training.
useless until he gets to attack.
He's pretty bad until you get to Tyranitar.
But the whole journey trying to get a Pokemon to evolve, that's the effort.
But
Glaberton is Pupitar.
Pupitar, and
Pupitar.
then it's Tyranitar.
Pupitar is like, oh man.
Tyranitar did get a future form in
Yes.
Iron Thorns. It actually is cool. Like, it looks like Mecha Godzilla.
Yep.
Especially when it's shiny, when it's like silver.
Yeah, I like that.
chromatic,
What
and
is
then
it? It's a
green.
steel.
It's rock electric.
rock.
Electric Boogaloo.
Which is like, that's even worse. So now you're 4 times weak to ground. But I don't know. The typing's always been kind of weird. But regardless, Tyranitar has been one of my favorite Pokemon. Anytime I've played competitively or done tournaments, 99% of the time I've had him on my team. The one time I didn't have him was because Paul picked him before me, and I was pissed at him for it.
I love that Pokemon.
And I let him use my Tyranitar.
It's okay. You didn't
Did
win.
awesome,
I
right?
did good. I did pretty good.
Remember, you got 3rd or 4th?
I don't remember.
No practice.
I just remember you
in my
beat him
Tyranitar.
because we have the video of it.
It's true.
Yep.
But yeah, Tyranitar's amazing. It gets a Mega as well. The Mega is awesome.
He looks terrifying. He's good.
It looks terrifying, but it's just overall, it's just a great Pokemon.
You know what they should have done for
Yes.
his Mega? Change his shiny to be like orange, because he looks like a pumpkin.
I would.
He would look like a pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern type of thing.
I don't know if I would like that.
I don't
I
like
would
it.
say. I mean, I would be. I think he should have been a different typing. I would say his shiny could use work.
Yeah.
He just becomes like brown instead of green.
You said you want Rock Dragon, right? That's your preferred one.
I think that's what he looks
should
more
be.
like. Yeah,
It should be a rock dragon.
Okay.
I'm fine with him being like rock ground because he goes rock ground, rock dark.
Yeah.
But rock dragon would have made sense to me. But I also get that like, do we want every what do you call it?
I mean,
pseudo legendary to be dragon? He's already.
Isn't it like 2 or 3 pseudo legendaries that aren't
He's already
dragon?
one of 2 who's not.
Okay, so then just
It's him and Metagross. I'm like, I do and I don't. Like initially, I
Metagross
would have.
was the oddity that was fine. I think T-Tar should have been a dragon, but Metagross should have been.
I mean,
Yeah.
they won't change it now.
If he was Rock Dragon, I'd call him Shenron.
No,
No.
No, that's
no,
pretty crazy.
Peruga.
You want to rock the dragon?
He's Peruga.
Shenron.
Get out of here.
No, T-Tar's Peruga.
No,
bro.
he's Shenron.
Okay, well,
Neither. It's a Pokemon.
And then number 1
This is gonna be a surprise.
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
for alligator.
Yay.
Paul put him at 6. Host put him at 1. David, you put him at 2. I put him at 5, and Diego put him at 2. So he made everybody's
Dang.
top 5.
Yeah. For alligators, just go to.
He
He
is a
was.
good Pokemon.
He was.
Might not, yeah.
Our second playthrough is when we chose Totodile.
That's the Pokemon that I pick when I was playing Crystal, the Broken.
You said it was Cyndaquil.
Well, I like Cyndaquil design. No, he said it was Cyndaquil.
Yeah, ours was our first playthrough.
Our
was
first
Cyndaquil.
playthrough was
Yours was
Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil.
No.
Okay.
I like the design, but when it comes my Cyndaquil and Totodile are really close on the list to the Feraligatr and the Typhlosion, because I was debating, but Feraligatr was the Pokemon that I always pick whenever I started the game. Cyndaquil was second one.
Okay.
And then, okay, this is what's crazy. When we did our second playthrough with Feraligatr, I don't know why, but it was just way easier just doing it with Feraligatr. And then when I found out he like because I still didn't understand shinies, but then when I saw like Feraligatr shiny, I was like, what is this? And I tried so much trying to do shiny hunting on the original Game Boy, which is like impossible. And
Pretty rough.
yeah, but I still haven't gotten the shiny for Alligator or Totodile because they didn't bring them in until what? Scarlet Violet?
After that, I mean, you could transfer him to Gen 3, but you could have gotten him in Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
But I didn't have an original DS. I want them in the main game, like in my main hardware. Not
Right
like
now? Then yeah, you could get Scarlet and Violet. You're going to have to do a lot of eggs, but it's not. I mean,
It's easier
I
now.
was about to say.
Yeah,
the
well, I'm
shiny
about
rates
to
are
say,
really good. Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, for you guys.
For everybody
No,
else.
it's everybody else. We just the X.
But you have to do it for more than an hour.
ZA, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he's a
I
starter,
don't know.
right?
Yeah, but I don't think starters can't be.
starter.
Well, I mean, I know they've started shiny locking starters, but if he's not going to be shiny locked as a starter, then I'm gonna try and.
Even if there were to be the kids, he'd probably get an evolution or some kind of like additional.
Apparently, I think I saw a leak of their alternate or their mega
Supposedly
evolution.
getting a Mega Evolution.
Yeah, I don't want him to, but it's fine.
You don't want him to get a mega?
I want him to have an alternate evolution.
Well, I think we'll do half both.
¿Por qué,
Right?
¿por qué
Yeah,
no
you
los
can do
dos?
Can you have
Yeah.
both? I didn't know. I didn't think so. My
They
bad.
could.
It hasn't happened yet, but why not?
Okay, if they can have both, then I'll take both. But if
If
it's only
Mewtwo
one,
and Charizard can have 2 mega evolutions, why can't they have?
because they're literally
Why
the
not?
one of the most popular Pokemon.
So
I mean, I don't know if Totodile. I don't know if Totodile.
Mew.
I don't know if Totodile.
Eevee has a
Emboar-
crap load of
Yeah, it's
evolutions.
true.
Yeah.
Eevee has its own game too.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have a Let's Go Totodile.
Not
yet.
yet.
Not yet.
All I know is if they don't shiny lock the starters, I'm going to just try and go for a shiny Totodile.
A lot of people, what I've seen them do is they start the game or they save to a certain point because I don't know how the new game is going to be. They get to a certain point and then they look at the starters, they pick it. If it's not shiny, they just restart from that save point. They keep doing that until they get a shiny.
Yeah, it's rough.
If they don't shiny lock it.
If they don't shiny lock.
Because I know they shiny locked Arceus, and then they shiny locked.
Did they shiny lock Scarlet and Violet?
No, I don't know about Scarlet Violet, but I know they shiny locked the one before it.
Sword and Shield?
Sword and Shield, yeah.
Why?
Because that's what they do.
Because they can.
Sometimes they just do that.
It just sounds.
There's a couple shinies that they like purposely don't want
Okay.
you to get until like later for whatever reason. I don't know.
So if it's
Like
not
they-
shiny locked, I'll be grinding.
I think it was Sword and Sun and. Might have even, as soon as they went to the 3DS, they stopped letting you like shiny hunt for like main legendaries.
Oh yeah,
The only way you could get the main legendary shiny was through special events.
it was during Sword and Shield because the
Oh, it was X and
the
Y.
Galarian birds.
Well, the
you had
Galarian
to-
birds,
they're locked.
Yeah, they were locked. You could only get them later.
Because I have a hacked one that somebody traded me.
You could never use in
I'm never going to use
tournament.
it. It's just going to be. It's there in my box.
So, what are you guys thinking or hoping for Alligator's mega / alternate typing is going to be? Water what?
Dragon.
How original.
Make a dragon.
or
I think that's fair.
I think
it's
but
fair.
If they have a special ability this well.
or dark dragon.
He's not going to change. It has to be water.
It doesn't have to be water.
It would be strange for all water. I mean, it's not impossible, but it'd be weird for Totodile, who's the water type, to turn into a
Yeah.
non-water type.
Weather cycle.
I
Especially
think
as a
water.
starter.
I think water dark.
Water. Well, because he had dark moves.
He has dark moves, and I think it would
He had
just only
Crunch,
benefit
Bite,
for dark.
and then he had Mean Look, which is is that Mean Look a dark move or psychic?
Yeah,
move?
but he doesn't have me look.
No, he doesn't have it.
Well, now.
I thought he did. Okay, never mind.
He
I
will
just-
now.
So
I
water.
gotta look at his moves.
Water dark.
Meganium, Fairy, Grass,
Grass Fairy.
which is kind of leaning towards it.
I think it's going to happen.
Embor, I really don't care.
I don't care about Ember.
It's all about Totodile in this game.
I don't like. I'll tell you this much. I don't think when we get was it Gen 4 or Gen 5? What is it with Tepig?
Oh, Gen 5?
Then they're going to be on my top 10. I'll tell you that much. I don't like
enough.
any of them.
I just like it because I told you I like the name that I gave him. I named him Chorizo.
Yeah. Good for the
shiny
name.
one I named Chorizo, and the regular one I named Mr. Bacon or Crispy Bacon.
Crispy bacon. Dude, I like that one. I'll tell you, none of those three are going to be in my top 10. I don't like those starters. I don't like
For Gen 4?
5.
Oh.
5. That's the one I was like, I'm done with this.
I mentioned this before. I think almost if anybody ever tells me their favorite Pokemon is a starter, I have no problem with it.
The starters
For
are
the
pretty
most
good.
part, starters
Yeah, they're usually pretty
typically are well designed. The starters from Gen 5 are the ones I struggle with the most.
I think they were just
Because usually
boring.
there's at least one or two that you,
good. Like, that's your attention. Like, hey, this is.
and maybe there's a third one. They're like, okay, I like you, but I just don't like you as much.
They should be friends.
Yeah, because like
We should just be friends.
the next gens are really great. That one's going to be hard.
I think, 1 is great, 2 is great, 3 is great, 4 is great, 5 I struggle with.
I forget what
6
4 is.
4 is Turtwig or Torterra, Empoleon, or Infernape.
See,
I think they're all good. I
yeah,
don't think there's a bad one among them.
but then 5 is nope.
5 is a bit more of a struggle.
It's screw you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. For Alligator's number 1.
I'm actually happy about that.
For some reason, who was number 11? What was the 3-way tie for number 11 again?
11 3-way tie was Crobat, Ho-Oh, and Heracross.
Dogs is barking. What? I don't think you mentioned the Hound because I thought I put Houndoom on mine.
You did? Did you put Houndoom on yours? You did.
But you didn't mention it, so I was like, oh, I guess he's on there.
Houndoom got 3 points from you and 4 points from Diego, and that's it.
They made a list.
So they missed by 2 points. They basically Houndoom would have been like 15th.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I didn't hear that one. So I was like, oh, that's why I was like, wait. And for some reason I forgot about For Alligator.
You put the freaking headphones next to the mic.
Might be.
Jeez.
Cut that out.
That's because I put it on the wrong side. Okay. My bad, guys.
You're good. It's for the Poochie people to understand.
Yeah. Anyway, alrighty, guys. That is it for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to do Gen 3 next week. Have other stuff for you guys as well. Remember, you can watch this episode first on YouTube. Excuse me. And you can, if you want to listen to it later, just on a podcast, then you can listen on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. 2 weeks later, that's when they'll be on there. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Tuna Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will see you next time. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
Keep worrying.
And Sharking.
And this is Chibi Podcast. Good night, guys.